Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Wall Warriors and the Tejada Devils. Let's begin with player introductions for tonight's game day. We'll be introducing first the away team, the Wall Warriors. Number 10, Joseph. Number 4, Bradley. Number 1, Correa. Number 16, Julian. Number 64, Nicholas. And your captain of the Wall Warriors, number 69, Inaki. And now the home team for tonight's game day, the Tejada Devils. From Hialeah, Florida, number 18, CRB. From Lacatio, number 45, Iriondo. From San Sebastian, number 46, Arta. From Zumaya, number 38, Urbieta. From Victoria, number 31, Jairo. And from New Haven, Connecticut, number 13, Douglas. And with that, the players salute you, the fans, and we are ready to begin tonight's game day. And with those introductions, I want to welcome everybody joining us on broadcast to another Friday night edition of Season 4 Court Jai-Alai here. Andrew Bleckman joined, as always, by Stu Nyman to bring you all 6 matches on this Friday evening. Stu, how you doing?
Good evening, Andrew. I'm well. How are you?
Well, very well here. First time we're going to see the Wall Warriors in action this season. Don't have to wait too long. We're going to get our first match going right here. 4th-ranked singles matchup for the Wall Warriors. New player on this Warriors team, number 1, Correa, 4th-ranked player last season for the Cyclones. Swapped teams, as did Arta. Arta, member of the Renegades last year. He is now the 4 for the Devils.
Once again, good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to begin our first match of the evening. Representing the Wall Warriors and serving is Correa. Receiving for the Tejada Devils is number 46, Arta. Correa serves. Our first match has begun. Here's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Rebote left side, too low. First point goes to Arta of the Tejada Devils in red. He serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Yeah, Arta made his debut in Battle Court last season. Finished 5-3 in singles. Not all too bad in this 4th-ranked group. Was a struggle for Correa, though. Just 1 win across his singles matches.
Correa keeps it on the forehand. Nice catch, hard throw to the inside. That's interference. The point will be replayed. Once again, interference ruled. It's a request made to the judges. Judges assess that interference had taken place. Point will be replayed.
And the key is you have to stop. When you're requesting interference, you must stop. You can't go for the ball. You don't get a double chance. You got to let it stop. Got a request of the judge. They have to grant it, of course. They did right there, 1-0 with Arta serving.
Powerful forehand by Correa. Urbieta left side is up. Here's Correa from the 9 line. Backhand to the inside. Backhand by Arta. Arta on the catch. Urbieta left side. Arta from the forehand at the 5 line. He passes. Here's Correa. Forehand Urbieta, diving save. Caught the top of the pad, any part of that pad. It says Magic City Fronton is bad. That's 2 points for Arta of the DeHada Devils. He serves.
Already strategy pretty clear coming from Arta. Going to try to get that ball over Correa's head and force him to just Urbieta pretty consistently. And the best parts of Correa's game include that right side, but when the ball gets over his head, tends to struggle a little bit more. And that's going to be the key for Arta. So far, so good with those 2 points.
Excellent serve by Arta, even better catch by Correa. Here's Arta on the backhand. Powerfully to the inside. Backhand by Arta. Wall to wall. Urbieta is going to kick all the way to the 6th line. Turn powerfully on the forehand of Correa. That does hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 3 points for Arta. He has the serve.
Again, as 4th-ranked players in our last season of Battle Court, these two did play against each other 2 times. Arta won the previous 2 matchups. So if you're going to give an edge to any one of these players, have to go with Arta here.
There's the catch by Arta. Urbieta coming out. Not being played. That's a 4-point for Arta. He serves.
Arta looking really solid here early on, Stu. I mean, the catching has kind of been one of the biggest issues with Arta to begin his career here in Battle Court, but so far so good. Made a tough catch early that was right on the wall, which really set the tone. He made it. He's gotten 3 points since then for this 4-0 lead.
Low hard serve by Arta and a beautiful catch by Correa at the 12 line. Here's Arta from the 9 line. His backhand goes to the outside. Correa's on it. Diving save. Arta moves up. 2-all. Read by Correa. Stopped by Correa. Correa blasts it low and hard, and it scores on the return. There'll be no shutout in our first match of the evening. Correa has a point for the Wall Warriors and the serve.
That's what Arta has to be careful of. If he shoots a 2-all or a shot thrown to the outside and Correa gets there, all that power comes from his right side. He's going to blast it in, and he's going to score a high percentage of those. Just got to be careful. If you don't have to shoot the 2-walls, probably going to play more into Arta's hand here. Just get the ball to pass and keep these rallies going along the inside.
Here's the catch by Arta, backhand from the 12 line. Correa's there. Correa from the forehand. Long carom opens and scores. Tricky shot working for Correa. That gives him 2 points. Arta with 4. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, scoring in Battle Court. The first player to reach 6 points wins the set, and the first player to win 2 sets will win the match.
Carom kill shot from the right side of the player's body.
That was beautifully done by Correa. Just gorgeous. Spot on gorgeous.
If he's going to throw a shot or 2-wall, it's going to come from that right side, and that was blasted by Arta to score.
Here's the backhand by Arta. Urbieta forehand by Correa. Backhand to the inside, Urbieta. Forehand by Correa.
Good catch.
Scoop by Arta. Here's the backhand. Urbieta coming out. Urbieta forehand by Correa. Here's Arta. Backhand from the 11 line. He goes deep. That's wall to wall to Urbieta. That rebound off the back wall. Played right up the middle. Correa moves to the inside to make the catch. There's the backhand. Backhand by Arta. Urbieta by Correa. Arta, fine catch. Backhand from the 10 line. Ball tipped by Arta back at the 11 line. Correa closing the gap now with 3 points to Arta's 4. Correa has the serve.
A nice comeback here for Correa, and again, all started with that one, not a poorly thrown 2-ball, but one that Correa got to on the outside. And giving him that 1 point up on the scoreboard, seemingly giving a lot of confidence here. The catching is improved. He's moving up aggressively on the ball, and a couple mistakes now coming from Arta. You see that 1 point deficit in the scoreline, and his serve is a real weapon for Correa as well.
There's the backhand by Arta. Catch by Correa. Long carom by Correa, working again. 4-4 is the score. We are all tied up. First to 6 points will win the set. Correa serves.
You're going to see another carom coming right here. And the closer you are to the side wall, the more difficult it is to throw it. And
that's just beautifully
Arta
executed. And Arta's
not moving for him.
Arta's flat-footed back here at the 11 line. Just not expecting it. Arta on the catch. Backhand. Low and hard to the inside, and Correa is there. Backhand. Swung caught by Arta at the 11 line. Arta goes deep, clearing the overhead screen. Arta, Robote. Hard to the inside. Correa keeps it on the forehand. Hard from the 7 line. Arta winds up. Caught by Correa. Correa hard to the inside. Scoop by Arta. Robote forehand. That escapes to the overhead screen. That's 5 points for Arta of the Tejada Devils in the red shirt. Possible set point.
Tell you what, a really good run there by Correa. He made a good adjustment on all those Robotes, fording with the pad, the boundary line, the overhead screen. And look at this scoop by Arta. The catching is improved by both players.
Significantly. No question, Andrew. Absolutely spot on observation. Both players catching much better. And Correa warming up here a bit.
Absolutely.
What a serve by Arta to finish that off. Point and set for Arta of the Tejada Devils. 2 minutes go up on the board. We will come back out and play our second set.
Really a set of runs right there to open up the day, Stu. First 4 points going in Arta's favor, then 4 for Correa, and then see those last 2 for Arta to take the set. 6-4.
Yeah, Correa made a really nice comeback there, starting with that first long shot he threw from the forehand. Carom kill shot scoring. Again, 2 balls a factor here in Highline. We know that there are a number of you who may be new to this broadcast. We welcome you from DraftKings and also from Bet Rivers. Wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. Here's some replays.
You see the couple of those Robotes, that one catching the top part of the pad, but then you see the run by Correa here.
That's that first carom.
Coming from the right side of his body.
Caught him flat-footed, absolutely. Second one is good. And again, for anyone new to Highline, you see those boundary lines demarcated there in red on the ground, just like you see in tennis or really any other racket sport. Got to keep the ball within those boundary lines. Serve has to land between the 4 and 7 line, and got to keep it inside. Unlike some of the other sports, as Andrew has pointed out to me on a couple occasions, if the ball touches the line, it's out.
Yeah, it's one of the most confusing, parts of it. You see some other sports, you see lines usually in. Nope. Any part of the line is out here.
Well, I'm pretty easily confused, Andrew. And that's,
so,
there we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. We have Arta getting ready to go back out on the court. Jairo giving him some feedback. There we have Correa surrounded by Inaki, both a friend and teammate and team captain for the Wall Warriors. Correa's going to go back out. Let's see if he can continue the momentum that he started a little bit late there.
Now, Correa will have the serve. And anything from the right side of his body. The serve, the caroms, the outside placements. Again, right side Robote as well. All some of the strengths of Correa's game. See if he can take advantage right here and push this to a third and decisive set.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the second set. Reminder, first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. Arta of the Tejada Devils won the first set. Correa will serve for the Wall Warriors. Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Ball tipped by Correa at the 9 line. First point of the second. Obligatory set goes to Arta. He serves.
Really the first missed ball that we've seen from Correa. And from that left side, not his preferred side either. So, and catching has been pretty spot on here today. See if he can shoot a couple more of those caroms.
Excellent catch by Correa off a really good serve by Arta. Arta at the 8 line, sends it deep. Urbieta, that rebound off the back wall, played in one fluid motion. Arta takes it on the bounce. Backhand. Urbieta forehand by Correa. Arta now from the 8 line. Urbieta forehand to the inside. Arta's there. Backhand from the 8 line to the inside. Arta winds up, back to the inside. It will go to score. 2 points for Arta of the Dejada Devils. He serves.
Well, there's the costado, shoulder level throw from the left side of the player's body. And I saw Jairo talking with Arta, and he was kind of showing him the costado motion, saying, hey, throw those costados. The one thing it does is it keeps Correa a little more honest defensively. He can't commit to the inside or commit to the 2-wall. He's got to wait and see where Arta's going to throw it before he makes that move. He got him that time, going the complete opposite way.
Low hard serve stopped by Correa. Correa low and hard back. Good catch by Arta down low. Here's the backhand. Correa, fine catch at the 11 line. Beautiful forehand to the inside, scooped up by Arta. Arta's 2-all. Correa stops it. Quick release on the return. Arta gets to it. Low and hard. This one off the tip of Correa's cesta. 3 points for Arta. He serves.
A lot of times when you see a player do that, they may not think that they can get control on the ball, so they just flick it up in one fluid motion, but that's beautifully done by Correa.
And the opposite happens to be true there. I mean, the truth of the matter is that if he goes for a catch, more than likely there's an opportunity to bobble it.
Right,
He's not going to have any chance to bobble it in that cesta or try to gather it up. Good quick release by Correa.
Yeah, we saw Flores do that the other day, and it was the same thing. If he went for the catch, going to be a tough one to control. Go for that quick release. Just got to reach the front wall, and it did.
Hard serve by Arta will score. That is 4 points for Arta of the Dejada Devils. He serves.
Really hard to get those serves lined up on the forehand side when it's crossing the sidewall that deep in the back.
Yeah, Arta's been working. This is not something that we've seen from Arta before. Arta's obviously been working on this serve in the off season and on off days, because I have not seen him serve like this.
Another good one.
What a catch by Correa off another beautiful serve by Arta. Correa not with control of that ball. Arta now has 5 points. This is possible set and possible match point. Excellent catch by Correa. Low and hard on the return. That scores. No shutout here. Correa on the board with a point. Arta still with 5 points. That still gives him a possible match point. Correa will serve.
See if Correa can get a couple in a row. That's what he's got to do. Just blast the forehand low and hard right at Arta's feet and force him to make those scoops and quick bounce catches on either side of his body. It's going to make that catch a little more difficult, and best way for him to stack a couple points in a row.
Here's a backhand by Arta to the inside. Urbieta forehand by Correa. Arta with control from the 10 line. Backhand to the inside. What a catch by Correa. Urbieta. Rebound kicking off the back wall. Play to the inside. Arta's there. Backhand. Urbieta forehand by Correa. 2-all will score. Point, set, and match for Arta of the Tejada Devils, winning in straight sets 6-4, 6-1.
Oh, the first points of the day going to the Tejada Devils. Again, 1 point per singles win, 1.5 points for your team per doubles win, and Arta gets the Devils started with that all-important first point of the day. Now let's take a look here at our game day scoreboard. You see the two teams competing up at the top of that. You see the Warriors on the left, the Devils on the right, and their game day score next to their names. And then at the bottom, you see all 5 teams. That's their point total for this season and where they fall in with the other teams competing in this 4th season of Battle Court. Renegades in first place, 10.5 points. They have played 2 game days, as have the Chargers. Cyclones just 1 game day. They had 5 points in that opening day, and they defeated these Devils. Devils with 3.5, and you see the Warriors still looking for their first point. And this is their opening night in Season 4 of Battle Court. So that was just their first match played. 10 seconds away from this interview, coming up here with Arta of the Tejada Devils. First win.
All right, Arta, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. Good. It's always good to win, so I feel happy.
What was your strategy going against Correa today?
Pretty much keep it away from his right side. He has a very strong right side, so try to keep it away from his right side, and pretty much that was it.
And then last question, we noticed your serve is very different than what it was last season. Have you been practicing on it? What have you been doing?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, last year was my first season, so I guess as time goes by, you start to understand a little bit more things and how to maybe change things. So that's probably it, yeah.
Well, congratulations again on winning the match. We'll see what else happens tonight.
Thank you so much.
And we thank Arta. Let's introduce the second match of the evening. We're moving over to doubles now. 3rd ranked matchup here. And I always love when the rankings of the players are even as well and the courts are even. You got a front quarter up there for the Wall Warriors and Inaki with Bradley behind him. And for the Devils, you have number 13 Douglas up in front with Iriondo behind him. Inaki and Douglas, the number 1 ranked players for their respective teams. Bradley and Iriondo, both the 5th ranked players as well. Coming into this, Stu, I mean, really the matchup that we're going to look out for, again, really 2 of them up in the front court, even matchup between Inaki and Douglas, and then in the back court, got Iriondo and Bradley.
Inaki coming off of a wrist injury, which didn't just sideline him while he was recovering. He's had a difficult time coming back from it. Hasn't had a lot of confidence with that right side. Douglas, on the other hand, has been playing better and better and better just throughout the season, doing a fantastic job overall. Look forward to seeing these two front quarters come out against each other, which is going to begin in just about 5 seconds.
A lot of shot making. Should be a lot of fun here. Let's begin our second match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our second match of the evening. A 3rd ranked doubles matchup. Representing the Wall Warriors, here's their 3rd ranked team of Inaki and Bradley. And representing the Tejada Devils, their 3rd ranked team of Douglas and Iriondo. Here's the backhand to the inside. Good catch by Inaki. Backhand by Bradley. Iriondo gonna let that one come out. Douglas has the Urbieta. 2 wall. Scoop miss, but Iriondo, he's got the Urbieta on the back end. Here's Bradley from deep in the backcourt, shoots it up the middle. There's Douglas to cut it off. The backhand, the low runner, right at Bradley's feet. That's caught in the air. Beautiful play. Here's Douglas again up at the 7 line. The low running backhand. That one stopped by Bradley. Bradley launches it. Iriondo steps in. Backhand low and hard. Inaki there to cut it off. He lobs this one up and past Iriondo. Here's Urbieta. Douglas, forehand Urbieta right to the left side of Bradley. Iriondo now from the 11 line. His backhand kicks off the sidewall. Bradley handles again. This one coming out to the middle of the court. Douglas switches from left to right. Soft touch on the forehand. Drops it between both Warriors. Inaki has a rebote. Here's Douglas on the bounce. High costado to the inside. Well placed. Better catch by Bradley. Iriondo's backhand. That one dying a little bit. Bradley steps up. Caught it in the air. Douglas going to keep it on the left side. Shoots the high costado. Bradley out of the way. Inaki gets there. Lays it up from the forehand. Douglas has it up at the 7. Low runner. Bradley. Scoop attempt missed, but the rebote is in play. What an effort by Bradley on the back end. Douglas shoots this one lower and harder. Where it tipped and scoring. First point. This match goes to the Devils, Douglas and Iriondo.
Battle Court only began a week ago tonight, Andrew, as you know, because you were here like me. But we've been seeing these double points go on and on and on. Players not dropping the ball, making excellent saves. Look at that save by Iriondo there. That was just spot on beautiful.
Powerful serve. Bradley stands in, takes it at the 11. Big backhand coming up the inside. Here's the rebote. Douglas at the 6 line turns that powerfully. It's got by Bradley. Iriondo, no play. Douglas has to come back for it. Well, that one catches the rail just above the front wall, which is out of play. Inaki and Bradley get on the board with their first point. Tied up 1-1.
And a reminder of the scoring, ladies and gentlemen, in Battle Court. Same for singles as it is with doubles. Every game tonight, the first player or team to reach 6 points wins the set, and the first player or team to win 2 sets wins the match. It sounded much better, clearer in my head when I was doing it before I started speaking, but that's the way it works.
Iriondo, backhand in the middle of the court. No play for Bradley. Inaki has the rebote, puts it high off the front wall. There's Douglas to cut it off. Douglas backhand, the low runner. That's stepped by Bradley. The good catch. Hard backhand follows. Iriondo from the forehand now. Back to the inside. Oh, Magic City bounce is going to open up and score. Point to the Devils.
What is a Magic City bounce, you may be asking? So you see Inaki there along the side wall. You see the numbers, but you also see those seams. That side wall is not contiguous. There are seams in that side wall, and if the ball catches it just right, it can go shooting out in a direction that a player can't get to it. That's a Magic City bounce, or what we call Magic City bounce.
Beautiful backhand by Bradley, clearing the overhead screen. Douglas lays up the rebote, right back to him at the 11. Douglas cuts off another. Backhand from the front court, stopped up at the 11 line. Bradley's backhand opens up. Iriondo now on the forehand. Sidearm throw to the inside. That's well placed. Both Warriors going for it. Inaki's got the rebote. It's a 2-all return. Douglas cuts it off. Douglas powerful back over the top. Where it is tipped and scoring. 3 points for Douglas and Iriondo.
Andrew, Friday nights at Magic City down here in Miami, a night of luminaries, if I'm not mistaken. Did you see Roger Stone walking in again?
I think I did.
I did as well.
It's the second week in a row.
Mr. Stone has joined us twice. Glad to have him back. Apparently he had so much fun last week, he decided to come back this week.
Backhand from Bradley. That's going to catch the overhead screen, which is out of play. 4 points now for the Devils.
Yeah, Bradley here just having a difficult time getting into a rhythm. He's very much a rhythm player. Once he starts making consistent catches and throws, he does very well. Just hasn't been able to establish that.
That serve in and out of the basket it goes. That's 5 points for the Devils. Possible set point.
These are balls that we see him catching regularly. Yeah. Absolutely regularly. Let's see if he can get back on the saddle.
Inaki cuts the serve, the drop shot to the inside. Douglas with a great read. The outside placement is missed by Inaki. Point and set to the Devils. Douglas and Iriondo take it 6-1. 2 minutes on the board. We will play our second set. Okay, Stu. So 6 of 7 points going to the Devils. They take the opening set. One thing stood out to me in set number 1, Stu. Aggressive play by Douglas up in the front, and when he's getting the ball up there and cutting it off, he's making it happen, powering these forehands right at the feet of Bradley and really testing the opposing backcourt.
Also saw that Bradley was having a difficult time basically getting his catching game. Highline is one of those things. It's self-reinforcing. When you're throwing well, it feels good. When you're catching well, it feels good. And when you're not, it doesn't. And the point starts right again. And if you're even the slightest bit bothered by your play, it's really hard to regroup. That aggressive play that you're talking about right there was demonstrated beautifully by that outside placement from the costado, what we call the filo around here, executed by Douglas. So Bradley just needs to take this time there in the ESPN3 players cage and regroup. Regroup. If I was over there coaching, I would basically say, hey, forget about that first set, relax. You gotta relax.
Absolutely.
The ball's coming at you. As we know, Jai-Alai the fastest ball sport. That ball's coming at you like a bullet. The worst thing you could do is be tense and start bouncing them off of the. You know, I saw something for a good comparison the other day.
Sure.
Was I saw a video of Roger Federer catching a tennis ball with the cesta, a racket catch, I believe they called it. And that's kind of what you want to do in Jai-Alai. If you want to have give, to be able to stop the ball if you could.
See that Warriors team again. This is a third-ranked doubles matchup here. Douglas and Iriondo, they've already played one match this season, so perhaps a bit of an advantage for that particular team. Yeah, faced off against Bueno and Manu, and I don't know if it's going to get much tougher in this third-ranked group than Bueno and Manu. Again, this is the first day for the Warriors, and obviously the first doubles match for Inaki and Bradley, so two players that haven't seen all too often together, so figure that they're just going to get better and better as this season goes on. It's just the first set. Have to take 2 out of 3 to win the match here. You will have the Warriors serving. As is the case in all matches, the team that loses the previous set begins the next one with the serve. There's a serve by Inaki. We begin our second set. A running backhand by Iriondo. Good catch up overhead. There's the backhand. Lobbed and passing. Douglas, rebote is missed right on the side wall. Gets Inaki and Bradley their first point.
Whenever possible when throwing, you want to get that ball back to the side wall. So you throw it to the front wall, basically at an angle, so you get it back to come back along the inside wall. You want to play it as close as you can with your backhand to the side wall. If you can get it to come off the back wall, just like we saw there, and go to the side wall, it sets up particularly difficult catches. The side wall is a player's friend. Not best friend, that's the cesta.
Iriondo takes a serve, the backhand to the inside. Here's the rebote. Back up the middle, Iriondo's got it on the bounce. Forehand put high and hard off the front wall. Inaki coming back for it. He's got it, drops it inside. There's Douglas, cuts it off, lobs the backhand, right back to Bradley. Bradley's backhand dropping low. Iriondo pulls it in at the 11. His backhand stopped low by Bradley. Douglas on the inside calls him off. Rebote left side, right to Inaki. Inaki powers it back in. Iriondo looking for that rebote. He's got it just above the pad. Inaki again. He shoots
with
a
authority.
2-ball and snapped in to score. So 2 points for Warriors, Inaki and Bradley.
When you see a player winding up like that in the front court and throwing it, despite the fact that his opposing front quarter is also towards the outside of the court, he's got a lot of confidence he's going to be able to cut that ball out in front of him. Because Douglas especially, he gets that ball on the right side up there at the 3 line, it's trouble for anybody who's on the receiving end of it.
Yeah, look at this. Just
above the pad, yeah. Throwing with authority, just boom, boom.
Iriondo left side, lobs the backhand up into the corner. That one's coming out. Rebote left side by Inaki. He's turned low into the pad. The pad is bad. Giving Douglas and Iriondo their first point of our second set.
Just hooked there. Inaki trying to get it in the same way that you saw Iriondo try to do the same thing successfully. Get the ball low back to the front wall off the rebound off the back wall. Inaki just trying to thread the needle, but flirting with the pad and hit it.
Well-placed serve, even better catch by Bradley. Backhand, right back to Iriondo. Has got it at the 12 line. Low runner. Inaki steps back, cuts it off. Here's Iriondo from the 11 line. Hard backhand again. There's Bradley stepping in. His backhand return. Douglas get involved. He cuts it off at the 8 line. Bradley
Beautiful
foot on the
catch.
wall. It's a backhand again. Iriondo right there at the 12 line to pull it in. Hard return. This one's coming out. Inaki rebote. Turned high off the front wall. Both Devils looking for it. Douglas has got the rebote. Here's Bradley now from the forehand. That kicks
What a
off the
catch.
side wall right back to Douglas. Douglas's backhand. Bradley again out of the way. Inaki turned it a little too high. Catching the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points. We are tied up 2-2.
Happy to see Bragley getting his sea legs under him as far as catching is concerned. You get a couple catches, nothing is as positive as being able to know that you can catch the ball. Bragley was able to do that there. Here's one beautiful catch by Bragley. Again, you mentioned, and foot up on the wall, balance himself. Here's served by Douglas.
There's Bradley from the backcourt. Powerful backhand, stopped by Iriondo. Iriondo, good power there. That one's going to pass for Bote. Wait at the 8 line, just does clear. With the backhand, low runner on the inside is missed. 3 straight for the Devils. They now lead it 3-2.
The Devils obviously want to close it out in straight sets. Reminder, the scoring: first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Well placed serve. Great catch again by Bradley. Iriondo out of the way. Douglas at Rebote. Back on the inside. Bradley picks it up on the bounce. Long carom shot.
Good read.
Tipped by Douglas on the outside. That's going to get the Warriors 3rd point. Tied up 3-3.
Keep it close. Bragley hasn't thrown a shot. Threw it there. Douglas was there. That's how fast the ball is coming. Just not able to line it up successfully and make the catch.
Iriondo on the left side. Inaki back on to cut it off. This one's going to get by. Passing. Douglas. There's Urbieta. Caught overhead. Inaki's got it at the 9 line. Another one coming back to Douglas. He's got it on the forehand. Bradley lines it up. His backhand. High and hard. Right back up the middle.
Great catch.
Iriondo now from the forehand. Drops it between both Warriors. Bradley takes it on the bounce. Hard return. No play for Iriondo. Douglas got the rebote. Puts it back up the middle. Here's Bradley. Bradley, low hard return. Iriondo all alone. He's there. And back into the corner. Going to be a tough rebote. Inaki lines it up. He drops it inside for Douglas. That flying catch. Lobs the backhand right on the wall for Inaki. Powerful backhand. What a good catch by Bradley. Crouching down at the 11. Here's Iriondo now. Bradley out of the way at the last second. There's Inaki to turn the rebote. Iriondo again. That ball missed. 4 points for Douglas and Iriondo.
Douglas and Iriondo started off down as Inaki and Bradley were getting a really good rhythm going there. Now they're ahead by 1. 6 points needed to close out this set and match for Douglas and Iriondo, Devils.
Bradley, good maneuver. He gets it on the forehand, drops it inside. Iriondo, good catch up high. There's the backhand. Inaki and Rebote puts it just above the pad. Douglas is back on the inside. Lobs the backhand. That's caught by Bradley. There's Iriondo again. Low runner. Back on the inside. Good leaping catch. Inaki. Hard backhand return. That's stopped overhead. Backhand by Bradley. Douglas steps back to the 9 line to cut it off. He drops it over the top. Bradley goes up on the forehand. There's Douglas again. Up at the 8 line now. Powerful backhand. That's stopped by Bradley. Bradley launches this one. Iriondo get a step back. Takes it in. Forehand Bote. Lined up. Douglas with a leaping catch. That one in and out of the basket it goes. 4-4 is the score.
A little more communication between front quarter and back quarter there for the Tejada Devils necessary. Douglas reaching behind him to make that catch. That ball, catching the ball in front of you is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to reach behind you to make the catch. Douglas acknowledging in his communication there with Iriondo, hey, that one was on me. Iriondo says, no problem. Next point.
Inaki serve. Iriondo has it in the middle of the court. Bradley out of the way. Here's Urbieta left side. Douglas back on the inside. He's there at the 7. Bradley up on the forehand. High hard return. That one passing Iriondo. Douglas, he's got the Urbieta. Urbieta left side. Inaki back in there to cut it off. Good catch by Iriondo. He lobs the backhand right back to Bradley. Bradley on the forehand. Shoots it low and hard. One scooped up. Inaki out there. Forehand Urbieta comes to the right side of Iriondo. Iriondo, high hard return. between both Warriors. Bradley ducks. Inaki has the rebote. Good pick up by Iriondo from deep in the backcourt. Bradley now lines it up on the forehand, coming out with it on the right side. Low and hard again. Here's Iriondo. Forehand rebote, push back over the top. There's Douglas up at the center line to cut it off. His backhand dropping and tipped. 5 points for Douglas and Iriondo of the Devils. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
Suffice to say, if you're Douglas and Iriondo, you would like to finish this off here. Inaki and Bradley need to maintain their composure, maintain their focus, stay involved with the game. I imagine we'll see a fairly hard serve, first serve here by Douglas. Someone who recently discussed feeling comfortable coming in with the power serve.
Yeah.
Not something through previous years that we've seen from him.
Yeah, hasn't thrown it. I mean, yeah, previous years, not all too hard, but these are on the wall, coming in lower and harder.
Absolutely.
Bradley's made a couple pretty good catches to keep some of these
He
going
has.
here in set 2 in particular. This is another good one coming in. What a catch there by Bradley. Keeps it going. Here's Iriondo on the left side. That one stopped again. Bradley at the 11 line. Right up the middle. Here's Douglas on the costado. Bradley all alone. That one scooped up. Big backhand follows. That one's coming out. Douglas, there's the rebote. Push back up the middle again for Bradley. Bradley, low hard return. Douglas calls him off. That one died off the back wall. That's a tough rebote save by Douglas. Bradley, lower and harder this time. Iriondo forced to take it on the bounce. He does. There's Inaki back at the 9 line. There's the backhand. Iriondo thought about it. Lets it come out. There's Douglas. Left side rebote for Douglas on the wall. Picked up high by Bradley on the forehand. He shoots it inside. Good catch by Douglas to cut it off. Bradley again. Goes back over the top. Oh, Douglas there again at the 8 line. His backhand clearing and passing. Forehand rebote, stopped on the left side by Iriondo. His backhand, a Magic City bounce is caught by Bradley again. Iriondo has to take the rebote, and that one up in the overhead screen. We are tied up at 5-5. The Devils win it. They win the match. If the Warriors win it, we'll play a third and decisive set. Warriors serving.
Tense point.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Inaki. Here's Iriondo from the left side. There's a powerful backhand launched. Inaki out at the 5 line, turns rebote back on the inside. What a pickup by Iriondo. Backhand on the wall. Inaki pulls it in. Another hard backhand, taken up and passed. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed. Again, interference was ruled. Point will be replayed. Inaki and Bradley serving to Douglas and Iriondo for the set. Tied up at 5-5.
So if you feel that you've been interfered with there on the highlight court, you need to stop moving for the ball immediately. Put your hands up, because that's a signal that you're requesting interference from the judge. You see Douglas doing it right there. Judge sees it, agrees, gives the interference call.
Iriondo there on the left side. There's the backhand again. That's well placed. Bradley out of the way. Inaki fall down rebote save. Douglas on the left side. He shoots it back in. Bradley got a rebote. He keeps it going. Douglas on the bounce. He's got it again on the costado. Lower and harder. Bradley scoops it up again. Here's Iriondo left side. There's the backhand. Bradley goes up. Good catch. Hard, softer touch rather on the backhand. Douglas. Back to Bradley. Another good catch here at the 12 line. High, hard one. Into the corner. Coming back out. Douglas lines it up. Powerful rebote. Cut overhead. Here's Inaki now. Iriondo from the left side.
Such a powerful backhand.
Pass
Iriondo
Bradley.
has.
Inaki's rebote escaped and lands out of play. Point set and a hard-fought match going to Douglas and Iriondo in straight sets, winning 6-1, 6-5. And you see Douglas and Iriondo continuing that win streak for the Devils on this game day. Make it 2 in a row. Winning the first one, courtesy of Arta. Coming right there with a straight set doubles victory. Two and a half points now for the Devils on this game day. Warriors still looking for their first points of the season. Up next, going to be, looks like, yeah, we got a 5th-ranked doubles matchup here. Joseph and Julian for the Warriors taking on CRB and Urbieta of the Devils. Going back to that last match, Stu, very aggressive play by Douglas up in the front, and look, made it happen compared to Inaki. I think just one shot thrown by Inaki there in that second set, but out of the two, I have to say that Douglas, probably the aggressor in that one.
Douglas looked solid from his first throw.
Yeah.
Only had 2 unforced errors that I could see, so overall great play there by Douglas and Iriondo of the DeHada Devils.
Well, let's hear from both of them, ready to go here with that post-match interview.
Douglas, Iriondo, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. We had a tough match earlier this week versus Bueno and Manu. It was our first match playing together. And Manu is a tough backcourter, and so I think we got a couple more points today focusing on the backcourter. And I think we both did our job really well, and I'm just happy to get the win.
All right, Iriondo, tell me a little bit about the strategy today.
The strategy of today was just to keep away to Inaki, and I think that we did good job, so happy.
Well, guys, congratulations again on winning today's match, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
what else happens tonight.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to Douglas and Iriondo. Let's introduce our third match of 6 on this Friday evening. For the Warriors, the team of Joseph and Julian. Joseph picked up in the draft as their 6th-ranked player. And for the DeHada Devils, the team of CRB and Urbieta. Didn't play together last season. Weren't one of the 6th-ranked doubles teams for the Devils. However, Jedwith out with injury, and CRB and Urbieta do have a couple matches experience, and they fared pretty well when they did get matched up together last season, including a couple of wins. First time that we're seeing Joseph and Julian paired together here in this battle court format. Don't know what to expect here from this Warriors team. See the ever-improving Joseph up there in the front. He's got a lot of power, particularly from that right side. If he can stop some of those 2 walls, and Julian in the backcourt makes life awfully difficult for both the opposing front and backcourters. Really tough guy to play against. We'll see how this match goes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our third match of the evening. This will be a 5th-ranked doubles matchup. Representing the Wall Warriors, here's the team of Joseph and Julian. And representing the DeHada Devils, here's the team of CRB and Urbieta.
We're ready to begin the match. Joseph will serve. There's the serve by Joseph. We begin. Here's a catch by Julian back at the 12 line. Forehand to the inside. Drop shot too high to the front wall. Julian reads it well. He's at the 4 line. Sends it straight back. CRB on the remote splitter. Caught down low by Julian. Beautiful catch by Urbieta. Here's Julian again at the 10 line. Backhand to the inside. Joseph on the forehand. Low and hard from the 7 line. Here's Urbieta. Julian calls for the rebote. Keeps it as a backcourt rebote. Carom by Urbieta. Stopped by Joseph. Joseph on the carambola. Stopped by Urbieta. Rebote. Left side by Julian. CRB on the catch. The return scores. High energy points start things off here. CRB and Urbieta are first up on the board in this match. CRB serves.
And the 6th-ranked front court is getting tested here early on, but both players passing the test. A couple stops by Joseph. And when he gets it on the right side, Stu, Those shots coming back to you are no bargain. I mean, he puts it low and hard just above the pad and very difficult to control when they are that low. Very well played first point here. Sign of things to come in this match.
Here's a serve by CRB. Backhand by Julian to the inside. Urbieta goes deep. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for CRB and Urbieta. CRB has the serve.
And also if you're Julian too, I mean, Joseph is capable of turning that rebote and making those plays on the outside. You don't have to play 1-on-2 in this matchup. Some of the best parts of his game, you can get that rebote in consistently. You don't need to be leaping up there back beyond the 13 line to a low percentage catch.
Julian switches from left to right to make the catch. Urbieta on the backhand from the 13 line. Julian comes out to make the rebote. Here's Urbieta. Rebote forehand by CRB. Julian makes the catch. Low and hard to the inside. Urbieta's there. Here's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote laid up. Julian makes the catch midcourt. Low and hard to the inside. Urbieta with a fine save from the 11 line. Here's Julian from the 8. Powerful forehand. Big right side. Caught and dropped in the front court. That's 3 points for CRB and Urbieta of the Arta Devils. CRB will serve. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Good shot choice that time by Urbieta, just going directly to the outside, not really giving Joseph much time to react. He's just got to make that play.
I really thought that he had it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like he was able to stop it, but he just never had control over the ball.
Yeah, again, catching it that low, a little bit tougher to control.
Here's Julian on the backhand from the 11 line. Urbieta's there. That ball's on the wall and caught beautifully by Julian. Here's CRB from the 7 line. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, saved by Joseph. Here's Urbieta from the outside, big right side, crossing up and scoring 4 points for CRB and Urbieta. CRB will serve.
I'll tell you what, Stu, if CRB is going to be doing that and cutting balls off and getting those backhands to pass, this is going to be a tough 5th-ranked team to play against. Don't know if many other 6s are capable of doing that combination we saw there from number 18 up in the front. Gorgeous. Puts so much pressure on the opposing front quarter and takes Julian right out of that point.
There's the backhand by Julian. Rebote. Julian calls for it, has it on the forehand. Big right side, stopped in a beautiful catch by Urbieta. Scoop by Julian.
Tough scoop.
Forehand played low and hard, stopped by Urbieta in the backcourt. He comes over the top. Picaba, cut off by Julian in a beautiful catch. What a catch by Urbieta. Carom by Urbieta. Julian up at the 7 line. Big right side. Cut off in the air beautifully by Urbieta. Forehand by Julian to the inside. Urbieta's there. Here's the backhand. Backhand now by Julian to the inside. Rebote. This is the rebound off the back wall. Played in one fluid motion by Julian. Backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote left side by CRB. Big right side, a little too hard. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. That is 5 straight points and a possible set point for CRB and Urbieta of the Arta Devils.
Yeah, these guys really lived up to the billing. We saw them in about 2 or 3 matches last year, this CRB-Urbieta combination, and they fared very well. So lofty expectations, and here they are. 5-0 lead in this opening set. Can't ask for a much better start. Not only that, Stu, I mean, 5 points, but playing really well, too. There's been some lengthy rallies, and they've come up on the winning end of all.
There's the backhand by Julian. Good catch by Urbieta. He keeps on the left side, low runner. Gets by Julian and scores. That is point and set to CRB and Urbieta
We will put 2 minutes on the board, come back out, and play our next set. Wow.
Wow, 6 straight.
That was a rout, I believe. They call that in other sports, do they not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, I'm not the sports guy.
Shutout. 6-0 in that opening set.
What do I see before my eyes? Kids.
I see a lot of kids. We'll get this scoreboard out of the way for you folks so you can enjoy the young Battle Court dance team out there. And you see, if we do that, Stu, we end up on injured reserve, 4 to 6 weeks minimum, a lot of ice.
Andrew, I'll watch your microphone. Go out and join them. Right in front of the kid in orange.
Yeah, I'll be
green.
And
take me out. Magic City Highlight Battle Court shirt.
Might we
Love
add
that? Does that mean you're not going to join them?
Say, are you crazy still? If I got out there, you know you'd have to wheel me out. And I don't know, that's your responsibility. If you want to do it, I'll get out there, but...
I take my responsibilities seriously. They're doing a fantastic job. Look at that enthusiasm. There's Urbieta's son there, right? Julian there, just above WJAL.
And how about that? Round of applause from the crowd. Yeah, they joined us one time last season. Here they are again, coming back here in the fall of 2023. This is our 4th season of Battle Court. Just about 5 seconds away from the start of set number 2 here. And 6 straight points for the Devils. It's been all Devils thus far. See if they can add another win. With a win right here, Stu, they would lock up at least a tie on the game day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our second obligatory set. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. The first team to reach 6 points will win the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. First set won by CRB and Urbieta of the Tejada Devils. Wall Warriors. Joseph will now serve. Here's the serve. We begin. Here's the backhand. Powerfully, powerfully thrown. A little too hard. That hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point of the second set goes to Joseph and Julian.
Yeah, just flirting a little bit with that overhead screen, trying to take Julian out of the point right from the start. First point for the Warriors. See if they can get anything going with that first point up on the scoreboard.
Powerful forehand. That's a carom. Stopped, but not held onto by Joseph. We were all tied up at 1 point apiece. CRB will serve.
Yeah, Joseph passed the test early on. These last couple haven't quite gone the way that he would have wanted. Lining it up well, just not really controlling this ball in the basket. A couple of them just trickled out.
There's a backhand by Julian. Urbieta's there. Big right side. Big bounce. Goes up and is tipped. That is 2 points for the black shirts. Joseph and Julian of the Wall Warriors. Joseph serves.
Urbieta after that one, giving the chest tap, saying that was all on me. Just a difficult catch coming cross court, leaping in the air, trying to time that up. Really tough catch. Really the first mistake we've seen from Urbieta there in the backcourt on the catch.
Here's a backhand by Urbieta. Rebote. Joseph on the rebote, straight back, good catch, and return by Urbieta. Here's Julian from the 13 line, powerful right side. Rebote left side to the inside, gonna take a big bounce cut off by Julian at the 10 line. Outside placement stopped by CRB. Julian stops the catch at the 11 line. Outside placement stopped by Julian. Karen by Julian does not open up. It becomes a split placement, stopped by Urbieta.
That's a tough one.
Robote
what a
forehand save by Julian. Here's Urbieta with a drop ball. 3 points for Joseph, and Julian. Joseph serves.
Warriors showing a little life here in this second set. First lead, now open that up to 2. Going to push it to a third set.
There's the backhand to the inside. Beautiful scoop made deep in the backcourt by Urbieta. Robote forehand, not going to make it. 4 points for Joseph and Julian. Joseph serves.
Another one, I mean, just well placed right there, putting it at the feet and forcing some more difficult rebotes for Urbieta. As a backcourt are not really a typical skill these backcourts are. All of them are capable. And that one just coming up short here. Now a few points in hand for these Warriors.
There's a catch by Urbieta. Urbieta sends it deep. Robote coming out. That rebound off the back wall, played beautifully by Joseph. Here's a forehand by Urbieta. Julian calls for the ball, has it at the 7 line. Cortada stopped by Urbieta deep in the backcourt. Julian on the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Here's the backhand by Julian. Robote forehand to the outside. That lands out of play. 5 points for Joseph and Julian of the Wall Warriors. Joseph serves. This is possible set point. If they're able to pull this off, we'll go to a third and decisive set for the first time tonight.
It just seems like a different Devils team. Not a lot of energy coming out here in this second set, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Joseph and Julian playing like the desperate team, looking to push it to a third set. They got a couple points to work with to do so.
Urbieta on the backhand. He plays it to the inside. Here's Julian. Low runner. Is scooped up by Urbieta. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Urbieta makes the catch. Scoop by Julian. There's the backhand. Backhand by Urbieta. Robote left side. Joseph gets out of the way. If he's touched with that ball, that's a loss of point. Catch by Julian from the 10 line. Urbieta, beautiful catch at the 11. Backhand, wall to wall. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Joseph. Julian with a beautiful scoop there back at the 11 line. Here's the backhand. Robote. High save by Urbieta. Julian on the forehand. Powerful throw. Urbieta makes the Robote save. Julian calls for it. He advances. He's at the 7 line. Play to the outside. Urbieta takes it in the air. Dropped it on the backswing. Point and set for Joseph and Julian. We have split sets, 6-0, 6-1. We will move on to a third and decisive set in just 2 minutes.
Oh, how about that, Stu? Coming right back, and it's the Warriors winning 6 of 7 points. We have a third set to play for the first time this evening.
A little bit of a lopsided scoreboard there, huh?
You know, again, I got to say, maybe not expecting 6-1 coming there for the Warriors. I mean, slow start. And again, I think that the game plan changed a little bit there in set number 2, letting Joseph play a little bit more. Julian doesn't have to play hero ball and play 1-on-2, letting his front quarter get involved and seem to be playing a little bit better as well. A little more under control. Tell you what, led to a 6-1 victory. You see Inaki there, captain and older brother of Julian.
There we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. It's a nice shade of green for Inaki, huh?
Yeah, it is good, man.
Looks bright. And there in the back corner, you have the majority of Tejada Devils. How do we get back to how we did in the first set? Inaki saying hi to all the fans out there. Greetings, Inaki. Have Urbieta there on the left side of your screen, Iriondo in the middle, CRB with his helmet on, and of course, Jairo, the veteran of that roster.
Yeah, I'll be seeing Jairo in 2 of the next 3 matches.
He's been on lately.
Yeah,
he's been spot on lately. One thing we should do, Andrew, if I'm not mistaken, we are welcoming guests from DraftKings recently joining us, I believe, last week. Yes?
Yes, Stu teamed up with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of Battle, Court Jai-Alai, and the World Jai-Alai League. DraftKings is available in select states, up in Canada and Ontario, and then Arizona, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oregon, Pennsylvania. That's a new one added to the list too. Tennessee, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wyoming. If you heard one of those states, head over to DraftKings Sportsbook, and you can wager on the action right in front of you on your screen right now. Third and decisive set. Quadruple zeros up on the clock. Let's begin the action. It's going to be the Devils, CRB and Urbieta with control of the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the third and final set of this particular match, the third match of the evening. 6 matches planned for this evening. We have split sets. The first team to reach 6 point will win the set and the match. CRB will serve for the Tejada Devils. There's the serve by CRB. Our third set has begun. Julian, powerful forehand. Urbieta's there. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Julian comes out to make the rebote save. Urbieta takes it on the bounce. Right side, low and hard to the inside. Here's Julian. Forehand by Urbieta over the top. Julian from the 10 line. Up the middle, CRB's there. Backhand by CRB, passes. Rebote coming out to Joseph. Joseph makes the save. Light touch, Urbieta's there. Powerful throw. Scoop tipped by Julian in the backcourt. First point of the third decisive set goes to CRB and Urbieta of the Tejada Devils. They serve.
That ball was ruled to have been tipped frontways by Julian there. And played the rebote, but was tipped frontways. First point there to CRB and Urbieta.
Long carom scores for Julian. Beautifully thrown and scoring. We're all tied up. 1 point apiece. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this match comes down to this set. First team to reach 6 points will win the match. Here's the catch by Urbieta. There's the backhand. Rebote saved by Joseph. That was very nicely played. Here's Urbieta at the 9 line. Rebote forehand by Julian. Backhand by Urbieta with a lighter touch. Right up the middle. Not coming out to be played off the rebote. That's 2 points for CRB and Urbieta. CRB serves.
And a huge break for the Devils. All the momentum stacking up on the side of the Warriors. And to get the Chula right there, Stu, no better time. And Julian was ready to turn that into something. And you see by his reaction, doesn't happen all too often out on this court.
Here's a catch by Julian. Powerful throw. Caught in the air by Urbieta. Here's the backhand. Rebote left side to the outside. Caught by CRB. CRB low and hard. Julian makes the catch at the 9 line. And there's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Caught by Julian. Aaron by Julian. Stopped but not held on to. We're all tied up. 2 points apiece. Joseph will serve for the Wall Warriors.
Looks like CRB got a little crossed up right there, switching to the left side at the last second. That could have been a right-sided catch, and
you don't want to do it. You'll
one.
see how he's moving here. He starts to move to the outside. He thinks a Karam may be coming.
Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, just out of position. Switch from right to left. Missed it.
Perhaps could do a little more damage from the left side, but how to make that catch.
Karam, stopped by Joseph. Joseph hard from the forehand. CRB, tenuous, hesitated, went for it. It does fall short.
That is a third point for the Wall Warriors in black. Joseph and Julian. Joseph serves.
He knew where to be, knew where that ball was going to open up, but to get enough to reach the front wall, completely different story right there.
Yeah, we'll just take a moment to
Open it up.
anytime there's, we have a beautiful catch there by Joseph. Wings it back in. I mean, he's got tremendous power on that right side.
I was talking about early on, if he gets it on the right side,
It's trouble anywhere on the court.
right, he's got a lot of power, so you got to be careful if you shoot a couple two walls. And he missed a couple in the later part of the first set, but he's been much more solid here in the later points of this match.
Court's clean. Will now continue. There's the backhand by Urbieta. Ball takes a wonky bounce. Joseph's in there to make the save. Urbieta will take it on the bounce. Powerful forehand. Rebote left side to the inside. Here's the catch and the return by Urbieta. Rebote left side. Urbieta on the catch. Powerful forehand. What a catch by Julian. That was beautiful. Big right side by Urbieta. Julian calls for it, comes flying in, rifles it low, it's scooped up. And a tremendous catch by Urbieta. Backhand by CRB, Rebote coming out. Joseph gets to the ball but cannot make the play. We're all tied up, 3 points apiece. CRB will serve for the day. Arta Devils in the red shirts.
Again, really the first miss we've seen from Joseph, and love that Inaki there, the captain for the Warriors, going out and just telling Joseph, hey, you lock back in. First mistake we've seen in a while. They're going to need him here if they want to win this match.
Beautiful catch by Julian off a good serve by CRB. Rebote coming all the way out to the four line. Turned on the forehand of CRB. Julian for the rebote. There's the catch by Urbieta in the backcourt. Powerfully thrown. That ball missed in the backcourt. CRB gets in there. It does not have the distance for the front wall. 4 points for Joseph and Julian. Joseph serves. There's a serve by Joseph. Backhand by Urbieta.
Oh, tough
Rebote
save.
forehand save by Julian. Here's the backhand by Urbieta from the 6th line. This rebote is kicking all the way to the 4. Julian's up there, rifles it hard. Urbieta makes the catch, goes low and hard to the inside. Julian completely missed it, and Joseph got it. Here's Urbieta. Big forehand, rebote coming out. Julian for the rebote. Split placement. Miscommunication by the Arta Devils. Scores for Joseph and Julian. They have 5 points. This is possible match point for Joseph and Julian of the Wall Warriors.
Oh, the contact with the side wall, the key right there. This opens up as a 2-wall, but how about this play by Joseph? Into the backcourt. Has Julian's backup. What a great play right there. Probably one of the highlights of his battle court career. What an effort. Couple points to work with to close out the match now for the Warriors.
There's the backhand by Urbieta. Julian's there. Big right side. Rebote saved by Urbieta. Julian attacks, has it down low, blasts it hard, and it scores. Point, set, and a hard-fought match for Joseph and Julian, who win it. In the third and final set, 6-3, coming back from a 6-0 deficit in the first set.
Wow, Stu, what a comeback right there.
My, oh my, huh?
Not many times you lose 6-0 in the first set and you come back and win, but what an effort by that team. Never gave up.
Not often.
And they get the win. First points of the season for the Wall Warriors. See that scoreboard now. You're going to see some points up on the board for the Warriors, courtesy of Joseph and Julian, the 5th-ranked doubles team. They get the win. Well, that match.
Look at that,
hard to believe,
scoreboard
still.
and dancing kids. That's just spot on.
Got it all going on here.
Tremendous amount of enthusiasm out there in the audience tonight.
One night that we are open here to the public if you want to come down. 7 p.m. Eastern start time. If you're unable to make it in, of course, you can watch WatchHighlight.com on the Highlight app. ESPN 3. We will be hearing from Julian and Joseph, the winners of that last match. And when Joseph started to play a little bit more, it's when the tide started to turn for this Warriors team. And then they get the final set, 6-3. Here they are.
Congratulations on winning that match. Joseph, I have to ask you, what were you thinking on that second to last point? What was going through your mind?
Oh, on that second to last point, meaning when that ball went past Julian, I knew Julian ran too far up to the front court, so I decided to cover a little bit on the backside. That ball came up on him a little too tight, and I was aware that it may go by him, so I was ready for that ball when it came through.
And what were you thinking, Julian?
I was covering the whole court. What do you want?
Well,
I was running, bam. It's just a boy, man. Perfect. You see, that's right.
Congratulations.
It was the first time playing together. That's why. Our very first time, and we did real good. We got to work out a little bit. Yeah.
Well, guys, congratulations on winning that match. That was spectacular. Let's see what else happens tonight.
Thank you. Thanks.
And we thank Joseph and Julian for that interview, and a lot of good energy coming from that team. 1-0 certainly helps, Stu. Let's begin our next match. Going to be a 4th-ranked doubles matchup here for the Wall Warriors. It's going to be the team of Correa and Bradley. And for the Devils, it's going to be the team of Jairo and Iriondo. This team, Correa and Bradley, they were actually the 5th-ranked team for the Cyclones last season, and they finished with a record of 0-8. They moved up to a 4 this season. They're going to have their hands full here with Jairo and Iriondo. Jairo, one of the best players in doubles last season in Battle Court, against one of the most improved backcourters in Iriondo. See how this one goes. Ready to begin our 4th match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our 4th match of the evening. Representing the Wall Warriors, here is their 4th-ranked doubles team of Correa and Bradley. And representing the Tejada Devils, it's their doubles team of Jairo and Iriondo. There's a serve by Correa. This match is underway. Backhand to the inside. There's Correa to cut it off. Full return. Stopped by Iriondo. Correa lays up the rebote. Back on the inside. Good catch. Low runner on the wall. Correa stops it again. High, hard return and passing. Jairo, forehand rebote to the outside. Bradley on the bounce, picks it up. Long forehand from the outside is stopped by Iriondo. Catch. He's backed up to the glass. On the bounce, Bradley picks it up. His backhand. Played on the rebote. Jairo wafts it with a big bounce. Bradley goes up. He's got it deep in the backcourt. Iriondo now from the 11 line. Backhand. Caught by Bradley. There's Bradley, that low runner. Jairo going to get involved. He cuts it off. Bradley on the bounce. Good scoop. There's a hard backhand. Iriondo now, he powers this one. Stopped by Bradley again. Bradley, high and hard, off the front wall. Iriondo, no play. Jairo's got that rebote. Back to the inside. He's on the wall. Good catch by Bradley. Shoots along Karam. Jairo stops it on the bounce. Jairo shoots it back inside. What a scoop by Correa. Here's Bradley right up the middle. Oh, Jairo's got it on the forehand. He shoots it just above the pad. Bradley's there.
Tell you, the communication between Bradley and Correa is spot on.
Jairo diving, Urbieta save. That hits high off the front wall. Here's Correa. Goes for the drop shot. That will drop in to score. 2 bounces ruled. Correa and Bradley get on the board first.
So the communication between Correa and Bradley, who've been playing with each other since 2018, is absolutely spot on. A little quieter over on the Tejada Devils side. More silent communication, non-verbal communication.
I say Correa and Bradley played together in Battle Court and 2 original members of the program, so these guys go way back and very familiar with each other's games.
Absolutely.
There's the drop shot by Jairo to the inside, 2 bounces. That scores for the Devils. We're tied up, 1-1.
This is one thing that we've been seeing from Jairo in both the practices and Battle Court has been a more aggressive style of play than we saw from him either in his debut in Battle Court in 2023, in 2022, or than what we've seen so far in 2023. He's coming aggressively from both sides, more so than we've seen before in a while.
Yeah, particularly that left side. Used to Jairo making it happen from the right side, but this left side has become a real weapon here in Season 4. Powerful serve is tipped by Correa. Second point for Jairo and Iriondo.
Jairo, again, just showing good composure. Shots have been, for the most part, spot on. He may be inclined to allow the Wall Warriors here to try to self-destruct. I don't know that we're going to see that. Bradley seems a little bit better locked in than he certainly did in the first game.
Powerful serve. There's Bradley. Takes it at the 11 line. That backhand 2 walls. Stopped by Jairo in the air. Shoots it low and hard. A scoop by Correa. There's the backhand. Iriondo's got it up at the 10 line. Another one. Caught overhead by Correa. Here's Correa now up at the 8 line. His backhand trying to get past Iriondo. There's a good catch at the 12. Jairo ran harder. This one going to pass. Here's Urbieta. Forehand. On the inside. Here's Jairo now. Correa up on the forehand. Shoots it just above the pad. Iriondo steps back. Takes it on the bounce. Correa now middle of the court on the forehand. Just above the pad once more. Iriondo got it on the forehand. Tough pickup. This time trying to drop it between the players. Correa goes up. Fakes the carom. It's the outside placement rather. Back to the inside for Iriondo. Again, Jairo going to switch from left to right. His forehand return, powerfully thrown, a little higher and harder. There's Bradley crouching in the corner to pick it up. Forehand Urbieta kicks off the side wall. Here's Bradley again. Bradley middle of the court. Sidearm throw. That's cut off by Jairo. What a pickup. There's Bradley right on the side wall. Jairo going up on the forehand. Shoots it just above the pad. Oh, Bradley gets there before the second bounce. That forehand scores for Bradley. We are tied up 2-2.
A lot of power on the court. Iriondo here in the backcourt on the left side. Jairo especially on the right side. Correa known for that forehand for many years now. Just the overall power on his right side is tremendous. Bradley, of course, both sides. Big power on the left, big power on the right.
Bradley just tying back in here.
And, of course, held into the cesta with that long tie called a cinta. And just sits on top of the basket with the leather glove over it. Has to be tied up to stay in there.
Jairo cuts it off. There's a drop shot. Oh, that one tipped by Bradley. He got up there, could not make the play. Third point for the Devils.
Looked like Bradley was waiting for that to drop a little bit more than it did, and all of a sudden it appeared up in his face.
Ball really stayed in the air a lot longer than I think that maybe he expected, but
absolutely
he's got some of the top foot speed on the roster. Former track star, high hurdler, if I'm correct, at the University of Miami.
I believe I read that somewhere.
Here's the backhand by Bradley. Stopped there by Iriondo, deep into the backcourt. Backhand, back to the inside. Bradley's got it. Iriondo now from the 12 line. Slow runner, back on the inside. Stopped by Correa. Iriondo, high hard return. There's Correa. He cuts it off. The backhand to the inside. It's pulled in. Bradley from deep in the backcourt comes out with a forehand. Iriondo out of the way. Jairo's got the rebote. Back on the inside. Big bounce. Bradley goes up.
Catch by
comes
Bradley.
down with the ball.
Reach.
A tough rebote. Jairo just flicks it up overhead. That ball's in play. Big bouncer. Here's Bradley coming for the backcourt. Shoots it just above the pad. Iriondo, tough scoop, backed up to the glass. Here's Correa now, just lays it up from the forehand. Jairo back up at the 8 line. His powerful backhand. It's Bradley. Rebote turned again, back in the inside. Here's Iriondo. Iriondo, the low runner. Scoop attempt missed. Correa's got the rebote on the back end. Jairo shoots it to the inside, low and hard again. That time Bradley scooped it up. Once more, Bradley again at the 11 line. Hard backhand, comes out to the right side of Iriondo. Back over the top, on the inside. Here's Bradley. Right up the middle, Iriondo keeps it on the left side. His low runner, stopped by Correa. Bradley thought about it, gonna let that one come out. Correa's got the rebote. Here's Iriondo going up at the 10 line. Powerful backhand, right on the numbers, pulled in by Bradley once more. Jairo gonna keep it on the forehand. He just launches that rebote to the right side of Bradley. Bradley again, drops it between the Devils. Jairo's got the rebote. Sidearm forehand, Iriondo on the right side from the 13 line over the top. No play for Correa. Bradley again. Jairo in there to cut it off. His backhand kicking up and out. On the rebote, turn low and hard. Back to Iriondo. Beautiful backhand. That's on the wall coming out. Jairo, forehand rebote, stopped and dropped by Bradley into the backcourt. Well played point. That one goes to the Devils. Lead 4-2.
Bradley just not able to hold on there at the end. A series of excellent catches. Keeping the Wall Warriors in play there. Just not able to make that last one. What a catch
What a
by
catch
Bradley.
there by Bradley. The big backhand follows and past Jairo. Just does get out there for the rebote. Iriondo keeps it on the right side now. Drops it over the top. That one's by Correa, but Bradley goes up deep in the backcourt. Long carom. Stopped on the bounce. Jairo shoots it back inside.
What a
One-handed
grab
catch by
by
Correa
Correa.
coming cross court. Iriondo runs under it. There's the backhand. Caught by Correa. He's got it on the forehand. Shoots it back to the inside. Iriondo on the bounce. Correa up at the 9 line, his backhand, and stopped again by Iriondo. Iriondo over the top, back to Bradley.
Beautiful
Flying
catch.
catch by Jairo, going back for it. There's a strong backhand. It's the rebote for Correa, puts it back up the middle. Jairo on the forehand, back on the inside, where it is scooped up by Bradley. The beautiful backhand, that clears. Jairo again, another one, comes right to the left side of Bradley. Bradley, that backhand opens up. Iriondo's gonna run under it. Iriondo from the outside, the forehand crossing. On a pickup by Bradley up overhead. Forehand rebote by Correa to the outside. Jairo calls him off, he's got it, puts it back up the middle.
Tough
And Bradley
catch by
now
Bradley.
crouching down, he's got it once more. Rebote left side. Stays to the inside. Bradley goes up. There's the backhand. Iriondo, the low runner. Correa turns to look for that rebote. Pushed it to the outside. Jairo thought about it. Lets it go back to Iriondo. Bradley now at the 12 line. Shoots the long carom. Scooped up on the outside. There's Jairo again. Back on the inside. That one is missed. Another well-played point by all 4 players. The Devils get it. They have a possible set point leading 5-2.
The veteran Jairo there with a powerful forehand thrown low to Correa. Just so powerfully to the inside, setting up a particularly difficult catch for Correa. The front court there for the Wall Warriors in the black shirt.
Let's go. Hey, if you touch this wall, we're good. Let's go.
Significant improvement in the communication here, as we can see right through the back wall between Jairo and Iriondo. Imagine we can expect our usual powerful serve here from the fore. I was about to say from the forehand of Jairo, but that's how you serve the ball with the forehand.
That serve is well placed and scoring. The ace ends the set. Devils win at 6-2. Put 2 minutes on the board and play our second set.
Jairo broke out that big serve there at the end. Tremendous play by all four players. No one really making any significant mistakes. No missteps. Tremendous catching, good power. As we gaze from the court back into the ESPN 3 Players cage, you see our backcourt judge, Iker Ferranda.
Well, Correa and Bradley last season as a 5th-ranked team for the Cyclones went winless, so expect them coming into this season as a 4. Maybe not a lot of success to be had, but they played them tough, Stu.
Absolutely. That drop shot that we just saw there in the replay by Correa was beautifully executed. And Jairo was on top of it, just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, and Jairo and Iriondo also one of the better 5th-ranked teams on paper, so if they can hang with these guys, they can hang with just about anybody in this group.
Oh, there's no question that Jairo's skills are that of a... He can hang with any one of the ones on this roster, period. Once again, we take it back to the ESPN 3 Players cage, where the players go back during the breaks in between sets. These are 2-minute breaks. We've got about a minute left. There's Iriondo on the left side of your screen. You can kind of see Jairo's, well, an earring. That's how we know it's Jairo.
And Stu, look who we have joining us in the house.
Three-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Michael
That's on the left.
Moore.
That's Michael Moore, of course, with Tevin. One Leon Shepard there on the right side of your screen.
Great to have Mr. Moore with us in the building today. 3-time heavyweight world champion and across a number of different years too. He had a long career in boxing, a tremendous record as well. I think I saw just 4 losses throughout his career. Not a guy you want to get in the ring with.
A lot of fighting power up there because, as we know, the Tejada Devils are owned by Jorge Masvidal. Different type of fighting, but
you're not getting close to any ring with either of them, Stu. Whatever.
That might be a good use for the VIP area up there. It is in the shape of a ring.
One time, perhaps.
There we go. All right. Let me know how that turns out. We have a second set.
We got a second set to play here. The Devils and Warriors going at it. This 4th-ranked doubles matchup of Correa and Bradley serving to Jairo and Iriondo. There's a serve by Correa. Our second set has begun. A strong backhand. Bradley with a leaping catch. Forehand played back into the corner. Iriondo runs under it. A running backhand pulled in by Correa. Bote's coming out. Jairo. Here's Correa now. No runner just above the pad. Iriondo steps up, gets there before the second bounce. Big backhand, that one clearing Bradley. Bote forehand. Comes to the left side of Jairo. Jairo, powerful backhand. That one stopped overhead. Here's Bradley again. Jairo on the bounce. at the 7 line, shoots it inside. That one's scooped up by Bradley. Big backhand by Bradley. Jairo got to get back in there. Spinning rebote save with a big bounce. Bradley controls it deep in the backcourt. Iriondo now from the 13 line. High hard return. That just does clear the overhead screen. Correa running with it. Turns it from the forehand to the left side of Jairo. He runs under it. There's a big backhand. Correa going to stay up there. Forehand bote. Push back to the inside. Jairo not going to let that ball pass. Back into the corner again. No play for Correa.
Such a hard-fought point, huh?
Well played. First point going to the Devils. Jairo and Iriondo.
Tremendous effort by all 4 players. High energy out there tonight. It is, for the most part, every battle court performance, but especially this game, when everyone on the court is a hard thrower. Some players more finesse players, you know, not necessarily out here. Here it's all about the brute strength of it.
Powerful serve up the middle. Bradley keeps it on the right side. Iriondo takes it in middle of the court. Back to the inside. Bradley goes up, controls it back beyond the 12. Shot arm forehand kicks off. Here's Jairo from the left side. Big backhand. Up. Caught by Bradley. Here's Iriondo on the bounce. Picks it off at the 10 line. His backhand kicks up and out. Here's Urbieta. Correa puts it just above the pad. Jairo back on the inside. Caught by Bradley once more at the 11 line. Low runner. Iriondo steps up, brings it in. His low running backhand is caught by Bradley. Jairo back on the inside. Bradley foot on the wall. He's down with the ball. Back up the middle. Iriondo now from the left side. His backhand dropping. He runs under it. Hard return. Jairo lines it up. Forehand to Bote. Back to the inside. Here's Correa. Correa shoots it low and hard. Iriondo's there to scoop it up. Ball tipped by Bradley. Second point for Jairo and Iriondo.
I'll tell you, Iriondo has been spot on perfect back here. Number 45, the Dehata Devils. Catching on the left side has been spectacular.
Even going back to that first match, dude. That serve is missed by Bradley. That's going to be a third point.
Tremendous serve there by Jairo.
Powerful serve. Bradley crouching down, takes it in on the right side. There's Iriondo now. Backhand. Scooped
Beautiful
up there
scoop
by Bradley. Bradley, the high, hard forehand return. Iriondo, no play. Jairo crouching down. He's got the rebote. Here's Correa on the bounce. Shoots the carom. Jairo with a good read. He's got it on the left side. His backhand right up the middle. That's caught by Bradley. Bradley, the long carom. Jairo going to keep it on the left side. Costado whip back in. Here's Bradley now at the 10. Hard return, kicking up and out. Rebote for the 7 line. Jairo powers it. Right back to the forehand of Bradley. Bradley up the middle. Here's Jairo again to cut it off. Lobs this one past Bradley. Now Correa stays up in the front court. He's got the rebote. Iriondo, his backhand towards the inside. Correa again. Iriondo steps up. There's the backhand. Low runner. Play there for Bradley. Correa getting in there.
Save.
Tough save. Jairo on the forehand. Shoots it just above the pad. Bradley, good control. He's got it on the forehand. Jairo out there at the 8 line. Rebote back inside. Bradley's on the wall, pulling it in. Strong backhand just over the reach of Bradley. Correa gets in there, flicks it up on the rebote. Iriondo On the bounce, forehand inside. Correa switching from right to left. Lobs the backhand, clearing again. Outside placement by Jairo. Bradley with the foot speed. He gets out there. Iriondo on the bounce. Scooped it up now at the 12. Bradley tip ball back on the inside. Well played point. 4 points for the Devils, Jairo and Iriondo.
Bradley shouting out frustration, but has no reason to be frustrated with how he's playing. Has every right to be frustrated with not making that catch, but his catching and throwing has been spot on. That cross-court catch out to his right, not the best part of his game, but he did a really good job with it there.
Yeah, I don't know how many backcourters are going to react in time and have the foot speed to get out to it.
And then get back in. Of course, the Devils doing a good job moving him around the court.
There's Bradley. Good catch by Iriondo. Iriondo's backhand, the low runner. Oh, what a catch by
Correa.
Fake the outside placement. Jairo runs under it. Back on the inside, the backhand. That is right on the wall and missed. 5 points for the Devils. They have a possible match point. There's a good catch by Bradley from deep in the backcourt. There's the forehand coming out to the middle of the court. Rebote rather, played by Jairo with a big bounce. Bradley's got it. Hard forehand return. Iriondo just missed that one.
No shutout here.
First point for Correa and Bradley here in our second set.
So yes, there is no shutout. Whether or not Correa and Bradley are able to put up enough points to offset this deficit remains to be seen. We've seen it before. We'll see it again.
Jairo out of the way of that serve. Iriondo's got it. The backhand is tipped. Point set and a hard-fought match going to the Devils. Jairo and Iriondo win it 6-2, 6-1. Another win for the Devils on this game day. Jairo and Iriondo take it in straight sets. Some hard-fought points. Scoreline really not indicative of how well played that match was. But the Devils at least lock up the tie on the game day with that win. And we are about 2.5 minutes from our next match. Going back to singles, it's going to be Inaki against Douglas, followed by Nicholas and Julian against Jairo and Urbieta. That doubles match will close out the day. Four points now for the Devils on this game day. 1.5 points for the Warriors, courtesy of Joseph and Julian. That's where we stand at the game day at this moment. 2 matches left, but before we get to Inaki and Douglas, that top-ranked singles matchup, we're going to hear from the winning team, Jairo and Iriondo.
Jairo, Iriondo, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
We feel great. It was a good victory. They played super good, and it was our first game together, so I think it was a good communication, so pretty happy.
So after playing together for the first time tonight, what do you guys think you're going to do for the next time you play together?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, it was the first time ever.
Yeah. So what are you going to do for next time?
What?
what are you going to do for the next time you play together?
I can't hear you.
What was the strategy for tonight?
Okay. Venga, dile. Our strategy was was put the ball in the left wall because we know that Bradley, weakest part of Bradley is the left wall. So put the ball in the left wall and keep there. That's it.
Well, guys, congratulations on winning your first match together. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, guys. Let's go, Devils.
High expectations for Jairo and Iriondo, and they deliver their first time out. 1-0 to begin their Battle Court season. Let's introduce a top-ranked singles match coming up next to. Always fun when the #1 ranked players go at it. It's going to be Inaki for the Wall Warriors taking on Douglas of the Devils. Didn't see a whole lot of Inaki in singles last season, Stu. As you noted, he dealt with that wrist injury, and he was out for a good 80-90% of the season. Nicholas filled in admirably.
Yep. In front court and back court.
Front and back, led the Warriors to the first seed into the championship, where they lost to the Lifestyle Miami Chargers. That championship just last year, ready to go with his top-ranked singles match. Good to see Inaki back out there taking on Douglas. We are ready to begin our 5th match of the evening, a top-ranked singles matchup. Representing the Wall Warriors, their #1 ranked singles players, number 69, Inaki. And representing the Tejada Devils, their #1 ranked singles player, number 13, Douglas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin. Inaki serves for the Wall Warriors. Here's the serve. Our match is underway. Douglas backhand from the 11 line. There's a backhand by Inaki. Urbieta left side. Ball dropped. Douglas gets the first point of the match. He serves.
It didn't look like Inaki had control of that ball. I mean, that catch right on the sidewall.
You're absolutely right. No, it's a good catch, but the ball was still spinning in his cesta.
Yeah, if he went to throw that, don't think that would have come out of the cesta quite the way he wanted. First point going to Douglas.
There's a serve by Douglas, a high bounce ball to the 12 line. Backhand by Inaki. Urbieta forehand by Douglas to the inside. Urbieta 2-all snapped and scoring. That is beautifully executed by Inaki to score. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
That's what Inaki has to get back to. I mean, he was a real prolific shot maker when he was playing his best highlight a couple seasons ago. Just got to get the opportunity to shoot him and then get some confidence under his belt. Just hasn't seen many score the last couple of months.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Urbieta coming out. Urbieta forehand played. Douglas is on it. 2-all by Douglas, opens wide and scores. 2 points for Douglas. Costado 2-alls. All the rage here so far in this first set. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Inaki. Urbieta forehand by Douglas. Play to pass. Urbieta's save. Inaki sends it right up the middle. Here's Douglas. Douglas with the 2-all that scores.
Well
3 points for Douglas. Of the Tejada Devils, Douglas serves.
And Douglas continuing on from that doubles match where he was aggressive. I mean, he's taking these balls up in front of the 8 line, getting in on the Costado and throwing shots. That's when he's at his best.
Here's the catch by Inaki. Backhand follows. Douglas deep in the backcourt. Powerful backhand. Inaki looks for the Urbieta at the 9 line. Plays it for the big bounce. Douglas with a mighty
Beautiful
reach
catch.
makes a beautiful catch. Urbieta forehand. Catch by Douglas. 2-all by Douglas. Lands wide. That's 2 points for Inaki. Douglas has 3. Inaki serves for the Wall Warriors there in the black shirt.
looked like that too long, got a little extra help from the side wall. And sometimes that helps players, and in that case,
not in that
kicked
case.
it off the court.
Yeah. Just a great hop, nice catch. Douglas with good control there actually on the left side, on both sides consistently, but showing real well there. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Urbieta coming out. Urbieta forehand by Inaki. Douglas makes the catch. Powerful right side. What a catch by Inaki at the 8 line. Douglas takes the ball in the air at the 10. Backhand caught by Inaki. Douglas on the catch again. Backhand. Urbieta coming out. Urbieta forehand. Douglas makes the catch. Backhand to the inside. Urbieta left side. That's in the overhead screen. Out of play. 4 points for Douglas of the Tejada Devils. He serves. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of the scoring in Battle Court. The first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Inaki to the inside. Douglas will take it on the Urbieta. He makes the save. Inaki back to the 8 line. 2-all, 2-score, point for Inaki. Douglas on the board with 4 points. Inaki serves with 3. There's a backhand by Douglas to the inside. Backhand now by Inaki. Douglas up the wall, cannot hold on. 4-4 is the score. Inaki serves. Here's the catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Catch by Inaki, but he does not hold on. That is 5 points and a possible set for Douglas of the Tejada Devils. He serves.
Some sloppier play down the stretch here. A couple misses both ways, giving Douglas here a chance to close out the set.
Douglas changing things up on that serve. Did not work. Urbieta left side to the inside. Inaki cuts it off. 2-all, 2-score, 5-5. This is set point.
Inaki taking advantage right there. He gets it on that Costano, and again, wasting no time when he does. And at this level, I mean, these guys throw the 2-all so well that you really have to guess correctly or the point's going to be over, whether that's the 2-all, whether that's the inside placement. Douglas chose inside. So a lot of space on the 2-all for Inaki to get that one to score. All comes down to the sit.
Point and set for Douglas. He wins the first set 6-5. 2 minutes go on to the board. We will come back out and play our next set.
6-5 there in favor of Douglas. And again,
Very
just a
close,
couple missed catches down the stretch. A couple from Inaki, couple from Douglas, tied it up there at 5-5. But in the end, Douglas gets that all-important 11th point. First time, I think we've seen Nicholas there. Huge part of the Wall Warriors' success last season. He will be making his one and only appearance in that next match. Nicholas and Julian taking on Jairo and Urbieta. And for Inaki as well, you know, just hasn't played a lot of highlights, so it makes sense that maybe the catching is a little bit off. And here we have Jorge Masvidal, Stu.
That's right. Owner
of the Tejada Devils for Season 4 of Battle Court, affiliated with Gamebred Bare Knuckle MMA, BMF title holder of the UFC.
Still looks like he's got it for me. Someone told me he retired, but if he did that in front of me, forget it. I'm having a seat or getting out or running.
I mean, he just last fought a few months ago, so yeah, this is not the time you want to.
I think I'd like to be your manager. I'd like to be your manager. I think you could take him. I'll arrange it after this. Bleckman against Masvidal.
Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it, Stu?
It does. I'll make sure he knows that you issued the challenge. There we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. See Julian on the right-hand side of your screen. Inaki with his back to us. He's coming back out to play the next set here in about 15 seconds. There's Douglas with don't often see big smiles from Douglas, but we see one there. Douglas played well. Jairo can keep it light with anyone.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas has been playing loose all day. Started in the doubles match. He's aggressive. He's just been playing well today. Good to see here for Douglas. Second time out, Season 4 of Battle Court.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our second set. Inaki serves. Reminder of the scoring. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. There's the serve by Inaki. The set has begun. Here's the backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Inaki is there. Backhand. Robote forehand is hooked. At first point goes to Inaki in the black shirt of the Wall Warriors. He serves. Douglas trying to get the ball low and inside, but in doing so, flirting with the lower pad. And the pad, as we say, is bad. I mean, it looks nice, but you don't want to hit it with the ball. There's the serve by Inaki. Backhand by Douglas. Robote left side, hard throw to the inside. Douglas takes it on the bounce. Hard throw straight to the inside. Inaki looks for the Robote, cannot make the play. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece. Douglas has the serve. So Inaki letting the ball pass to the Robote. Again, anytime you hear us say Robote, that is the rebound off the back wall. Has to come into the system, be thrown in one fluid motion without stopping. Not like the catch off the front wall. Beautiful catch by Douglas, pulling it off the side wall. Outside placement, stopped by Douglas. Two-1 in favor of Douglas of the Tejada Devils. He serves. Here's the backhand by Inaki. That's a floater. Robote forehand by Inaki, beautifully played. Douglas reaches behind him to make the catch. Cuts back to the inside. Inaki, a valiant effort to try to scoop that up. That's a third point for Douglas of the Tejada Devils. He serves.
And that catch so difficult to control. The big bouncer, Inaki trying to scoop that up low. Battling around in the basket, just trickling out there.
There's the Robote by Inaki. Placement inside, cut off by Inaki. Beautiful catch at the 7 line. Ball ruled to have been tipped first go round by Douglas. That point goes to Inaki. Inaki of the Wall Warriors has 2 points and the serve. There's the backhand by Douglas. Urbieta forehand by Inaki hits the rail above the front wall. That's 4 points for Douglas. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. There's the catch by Inaki, backhand to the inside. Urbieta, left side by Douglas. Inaki scoops it up. Inaki to the inside. That's a good read by Douglas. Urbieta by Inaki, sends it up the middle. Douglas will keep it on the left side. He plays the 2-wall 2 score. That is 5 points for Douglas, and we are at possible match point for Douglas of the Tejada Devils. My, oh
How about
my.
that, Stu? I mean, keeping it on the costado so he can throw that 2-wall and keep Inaki guessing with a soft touch. That really opened up wide.
There's the backhand by Inaki. Urbieta coming out. Catch by Inaki. Right over Douglas's head. Douglas gets back in there to make the catch. Drop shot. Did not drop enough. Inaki ate him up. Douglas read it, got assessed on it, but could not stop it. Inaki will keep himself in this match with 3 points. Still possible match point for Douglas.
Well, Inaki had him on the carom, not well thrown, and Douglas gives him a second life on that catch on the outside.
That drop shot just, you see your opponent standing that close. That's well within the run. You have to either throw it droppier, as folks like me to say for some silly reason, than that, or don't throw it.
Here's the catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Backhand by Inaki. Urbieta stays inside beautifully. What a scoop by Inaki. Urbieta forehand. Inaki, beautiful catch behind the 8 line. This is Urbieta. The rebound off the back wall played smoothly by Douglas. Back to the inside. Tough play. That's
gonna get
in the
away.
overhead screen. Point, set, and match for Douglas of the Wall Warriors, taking it, of the Tejada Devils rather, taking it in straight sets, 6-5, 6-3.
And with that win, Stu, the Tejada Devils will earn their first game day win of the season. And we still have one more match to go. They're looking to add some more points. Our final match is going to be a second-ranked doubles matchup in about 3 minutes. Nicholas and Julian will take on Jairo and Urbieta. You see Douglas right there, 1-0 in singles to begin this 4th season.
So, Douglas was able to finish things off there nicely.
Now look at that game day scoreboard. 5 points for the Devils. That wraps up the game day. But every point matters in the grand scheme of these standings. So if you're the Wall Warriors, could salvage some points on this game day. Picking up the win right here. Really good doubles match to close it out. Second-ranked doubles teams, Nicholas and Julian taking on Jairo and Urbieta. Some high-level play expected out here in just about 2 minutes. Before we get to those guys and formally introduce it, we're going to hear from Douglas for the second time today. 2-0 day for number 13, the top-ranked player for these Devils. Here he is after that win.
Douglas, congratulations on winning your match. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. First singles match of the season versus a tough opponent in Inaki. He always gives me a lot of issues. He has a really good costado and he throws a lot of shots. And I think I was able to eliminate that a little bit today with just keeping him deep and not letting him get too many balls in the front.
What was your strategy playing this whole matchup?
Yeah, every single time I've played him, he puts you in difficult positions. He's kind of like Manu. He puts you in difficult positions a lot, and he works his way up and throws a lot of shots. So I knew that if I was able to keep him away from the front and keep him back, that's why you saw me throwing a lot of soft backhands. It kept him deep, and I think that's what helped me a lot.
Well, Douglas, congratulations again on winning your first singles match of the season. We'll see what else happens today.
Thank you.
And let's introduce the two teams coming up, closing out this Friday evening game day between the Warriors and Devils. Nicholas and Julian for the Warriors, and Jairo and Urbieta for the DeHada Devils. We saw Nicholas and Julian play together a few times last season as they were dealing with that injury to Inaki. Again, some mixed success for this team. Fared a little bit better when Nicholas was up in the front court, and that is the makeup for this team representing the Warriors. Nicholas is going to be up in the front court, usually plays in the back, and we're going to have Julian, typical backcourter as well. He will stay there. Jairo, we saw him in his earlier match dominate up in the front court. He's got Urbieta behind him in this one. A new team for the Devils here in this season. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Jai-Alai League is proud to support local causes in our community. The Wall Warriors are playing on behalf of the Better Than Wonderful Foundation, a mafia movement. Its mission is to help provide safe housing solutions, basic needs, educational and recreational services to children around the world, starting in Las Canitas, Dominican Republic. The DeHada Devils are playing on behalf of the Barracks Legend Foundation, which works to prevent veteran suicide. By organizing a range of events, from concerts to comedy shows, Barracks Legends Foundation aims to draw veterans out of isolation and into a supportive community that understands and loves them. Let's give a warm shout out to these two local organizations that are with us tonight as we support their missions and heat up the court. Representing the Better Than Wonderful Foundation and the Warriors, here's the team of Nicholas and Julian. And representing the Barracks Legend Foundation and the DeHada Devils, here's the team of Jairo and Urbieta. Here's a catch by Julian on the left side. There's the backhand. That opened up. Caught overhead. Here's Jairo. Jairo shoots it back to the inside. Jairo pulls it in. Here's Urbieta now at the 11 line. There's a big backhand. Stopped overhead by Julian. Julian on the inside. Jairo's there to cut it off. Backhand to the outside. That lands out. Oh, out of play. First point goes to Warriors, Nicholas and Julian.
Very sneaky, a little tricky. Now, I like Jairo's effort to move that ball around like that, but you got to keep it in those boundary lines.
Big backhand by Urbieta, wall to wall. Here's Urbieta cutting back inside. Nicholas gets out there. Lifts it back to Urbieta. On the left side, his backhand. Pulled in by Julian now. Good catch deep in the backcourt. Urbieta on the left side. Here's Julian. Urbieta, that backhand. Just does clear the overhead screen. Nicholas gets out there, shoots it back inside to Urbieta. Urbieta, another big backhand. Nicholas stays up in the front court, shoots it to the inside on the wall. Good pickup. Julian going up at the 12 line, puts it back up the middle. Here's Urbieta. Backhand. Julian out at the 9 line, keeps it to the inside. Urbieta once more. Here's Urbieta, that backhand again on the numbers. Julian pulled the cest out of the way. Nicholas has Urbieta on the back end. Here's Julian on the right side. Urbieta. Here's Julian. Urbieta now. Tries to get this one past Julian. He goes up. Good defense there in the backcourt. And kicks off the side wall. Urbieta handles. Back Backorders trading throws here. Julian comes out on the right side now. No play for Jairo. Urbieta on the bounce. Jairo crouching down, lays it up to the corner of the front wall. Here's Nicholas. Shoots a splitter. Urbieta running around it. Plays the rebote on the back end. That opens up to score.
Look at that.
The 2-all for Urbieta. It's the Devils on the board.
So throws being traded from the left side and right side by all 4 players. Just some consistent play. Split placement thrown to the Tejada Devils here in the red shirts. Urbieta takes rebote. Throws a 2-all. Really well done.
Powerful serve. Julian handles there at the 11. His backhand right on the wall. Urbieta crouching down. Jairo's got the rebote. Julian picks it up at the 10. Backhand again. Stays inside for Urbieta. Julian between the 12 and 13. Lifts the backhand. Urbieta again from the left side. Higher and harder. Julian pulls it in. What a catch by Nicholas up the wall. He's down with the ball. Urbieta now, forehand, in the middle of the court, drops it inside. Julian lines it up. Here's the backhand. Low runner just above the pad. One scooped up by Urbieta.
Clean miss in the front court.
Here's Urbieta on the backhand, trying to get it to pass. Julian not going to let him. Here's the forehand rebote inside, dropping low. Here's Julian again. Julian long carom. Jairo with a good read. He stops it on the bounce. Jairo shoots it back inside. Julian with a tip ball. Jairo and Urbieta get a second point. They lead 2-1.
You can do that. I mean, look, Julian here in the backcourt in the black shirt, number 16, for the Wall Warriors there, has as good a carom, which is what you saw, as anyone else on the roster. But you need it to open up, and you don't want to give it to Jairo in front of the 7 line on the right side. If you guys here you don't want to do that with, number 31, Jairo in the red shirt, definitely one of those guys. Keep it away from his right side if you can.
Powerful serve. There's Julian running up. Takes it on the left side, the backhand. Stopped by Urbieta. Here's Urbieta. Strong backhand. That one kicking up and out. Nicholas on the rebote. Puts it back inside. No play for Jairo. Urbieta calls him off on the rebote. Nicholas has it overhead. He shoots it inside. Jairo's there to cut it off. His backhand. Picking up and past Julian. Nicholas backpedals on the rebote. That one takes Urbieta outside. He runs under it. Hard high forehand into the corner. Nicholas is there. Makes the save. Julian going up. Not going to let that ball pass. One sticks to the inside. It's going to be a tougher rebote. Jairo has his back up. He makes the save. Nicholas has it up high on the forehand. Fakes the outside placement, but drops it right back to Urbieta. Julian up on the forehand. Right up the middle. Here's Urbieta now left side. The big backhand. That's Julian. Rebote. Rebound off the back wall. Powerfully turned by Nicholas. Forehand rebote again. Urbieta on the bounce. Picks it off. High hard forehand return. Julian steps in. Not going to let that ball cross the side wall. Bringing on that rebote. Nicholas couldn't get up there. Julian takes it at the 10. The outside placement again. Jairo's got the rebote. Fall down rebote save with a big bounce. Julian up the wall. He's down with the ball. Forehand drop back inside. Here's Urbieta again. Powerful backhand. This one coming out. Forehand rebote back inside. Urbieta lays it up high off the front wall. Big bounce. Nicholas controls another one. Shoots it high and hard. Urbieta, good placement. He pulls that one in. Forehand pushed up the middle. Jairo on the right side. Takes the outside placement again. Julian, no look. He's got it on the right side.
He rolled off that back wall just in time. No holding there.
Rebote again. Julian running around it. Tough save. He's got another one. Urbieta on the forehand. Shoots it low and hard to the inside.
Beautiful
There's
catch
Julian.
by
Another good pickup. Big backhand passing. Rebote forehand. That is launched by Jairo, but cut by Julian overhead. Urbieta now at the 13 line. Sidearm forehand. Caught off the sidewall. Here's Nicholas, the low runner. Urbieta going to step up, but he's got the rebote. Julian called him off. Just tipped it there on the outside. Jairo and Urbieta get a third point. They lead 3-1.
We called him off. He really committed. That ball opened up a little bit more than Julian. Not entirely Julian's fault. The ball opened up just a little bit more than even he expected here in the backcourt.
What a serve, better catch by Julian. Urbieta there at the 10 line. Powers that backhand wall to wall. Rebote left side for the splitter. Urbieta with a good read. He stops it. Powers it back inside. Good catch by Nicholas, able to cut it off. Jairo just does get out there. Drops the Rebote inside. Here's Julian on the bounce. Picks it up. Shoots the forehand. Urbieta with a good read. He got up there in the air. Hard return on the forehand. Caught overhead. There's Julian. Julian puts it back inside. Jairo cut it off low. Softer touch on the forehand, 3-wall play. Jairo digs it out from the left side. Big bouncer, Nicholas up the wall, he's down with it. Low runner again. Urbieta running around it. Jairo,
too much.
late reaction. That Rebote got up into the overhead screen, which is out of play. Gives the Warriors a second point and the serve.
Yeah, very much see catch, throw until someone makes a mistake. Little miscommunication there between Jairo and Urbieta of the Tejada Devils as far as who was going to go for that Rebote. Again, the Rebote is that rebound off the back wall. When the ball is coming off the front wall, you can catch it, cradle it a little bit, throw it back. When it's coming off the back wall, called a Rebote, has to be caught and thrown in one fluid motion.
Jairo picks the serve, puts it up the middle where it is missed. Julian got assessed on it. Couldn't make the catch. 4 points for the Devils.
Frustrating. Have to believe that in that case, Julian may have been thinking about what he was going to throw. I imagine he had a carom lined up. And that's one of the most common mistakes made in highlight played anywhere at any time. You have what appears to be an easy ball, though none of the balls are easy. An easy ball coming at you. You're going to make the catch. You start thinking about the throw before you make the catch. Wind up missing the catch.
Powerful serve was tipped by Nicholas.
Oh
that
my.
point goes to the Devils here. An ace, 5 points. They have a possible set point. Catch behind Julian, the backhand inside for Jairo. Jairo at the 8. Backhand right up the middle, coming out. Rebote, left side by Nicholas. Trying to get the big bounce. Urbieta runs under it. He powers this one. Over Julian again. Rebote left side. Urbieta picks it up on the bounce. Julian charging down. Hard backhand. Urbieta picks it up at the 13. Julian again, ripping off the side wall, the backhand by Urbieta. Here's Urbieta, left side, the backhand. Stop behind Julian again. Julian up at the 10. Higher and harder, this one passing. Jairo backpedals. He gets out to the 4 line, turns it low and hard. Julian now a tough Rebote. That's going to come up short. Point and set to the Devils. Jairo and Urbieta win it 6-2. 2 minutes on the board. We will play our second set.
So the Wall Warriors having a difficult time of getting into any type of rhythm there. As we see the view from the court over the Bet River sign here into the ESPN3 players cage. Inaki, team captain Inaki, walking up to Nicholas. See if the Wall Warriors can't regroup here as we look at some replays from that first set. Beautiful Rebote save by Jairo. Equally good catch by Julian.
Julian, a really solid day in the backcourt. One and only doubles win for the Warriors. Only points for the Warriors on this day. He and Joseph. How about this one? Jairo picks the serve, puts it up the middle, and yeah, that's coming right to Julian's forehand, a catch that he typically makes. See Jairo, former captain of the Devils, CRB now the captain for this season.
A lot of
You see a lot of Devils though up in the cage here. A lot of traffic.
They want to finish this off, no question about it.
And game day's locked up. The Devils are your winners on the game day. But again, it's a valuable 1.5 points up for grabs. Jairo and Urbieta halfway home to taking those final points.
Now, I'll be honest with you, when you were explaining the importance of those points in Battle Court, the team points, to me throughout the season, I wasn't really paying attention until we got to that last week.
Yeah.
It was like, my, oh my, this is close.
Yeah. Back to some of the Warriors here. Again, the top three, the Inaki, Nicholas, and Julian in that order. 3 players that were frozen to this Warriors roster for season number 4. It's been the core of that team since Battle Court has started back in the spring of 2022. We have a second set coming up right now, Stu. Let's begin. It will be the Warriors with the serve. We are ready to begin set number 2. Wall Warriors, Nicholas and Julian will have the serve.
There's a shot of Julian standing just behind the 13 line back against the wall. Robin just behind him.
We begin our second set. There's Urbieta deep in the backcourt. He's got it on the forehand, drops between the players. Urbieta forehand, saved by Nicholas. Jairo goes up for it. There's the backhand, the low runner. Stopped by Julian. Good catch off the side wall. There's a backhand inside. Urbieta takes it in. Julian, same spot at the 12. Hard. Ran harder backhand. This one's coming out. Jairo forehand Urbieta, turned back inside. Caught overhead by Nicholas. Leaping grab. There's the backhand. Long return. Right back to the left side of Julian. Urbieta now. The 11 line. High hard backhand. That one launched. Nicholas backpedaling into position. Out there for the Urbieta. Turns it right back to Urbieta. Julian in the 12 line. 3-wall play from the forehand. Jairo turns Urbieta low and hard. Nicholas is there. Jairo fall down save. Nicholas trying to get there. He takes it on the bounce. Take the outside placement. Back up the middle. Urbieta, he's got it. Backing up. Hard backhand. There's Urbieta going up. He pulls it in at the 13 line. Right up the middle. Julian now.
Ooh, what a
Both
catch.
Devils there. Urbieta comes up with it. Julian there on the left side up at the 10 line now. Higher and harder. Backhand clears and passing. Forehand Urbieta sticks inside. Gonna be a tough pickup. Julian picks it. Forehand Urbieta. Here's Nicholas. Ooh, he caught the corner. Urbieta, he is there on the outside. Good read on the 2-wall. Nicholas cut it off again. Hard backhand. Stopped overhead. Here's Urbieta. Then it gets it back to Julian now on the forehand from the backcourt, 12 line on the inside. Ball play again. Jairo lines it up with a big bounce. Julian controls it. Julian shoots a forehand low and hard. Urbieta scooped it up. High hard return. That's going to get past both Warriors. Here's Urbieta. Urbieta forehand comes to the left side of Urbieta. Urbieta's backhand launched again, wall to wall. There's a forehand Urbieta on the hop. Turn right back to Urbieta. Nicholas, powerful turn, back inside. Urbieta has it the 11 line. There's Julian now, lines it up. Here's the backhand. Jairo powers this one right at the feet of Julian, backpedaling. He controls it beyond the 13. Here's Jairo again, going up on the forehand. Shoots it inside. Julian lines up another one. He pulls it in. Jairo Our third one in a row, he cut off, lifts the backhand up. Here's the rebote now for Nicholas. Urbieta going to step up, takes it off the side wall. Julian now up overhead. There's the backhand inside. Urbieta takes it. Well placed. Urbieta better catch. Backhand 2-wall. Julian lines it up. Just does get there. Sidearm forehand. Put in by Urbieta. He's not going to let that ball cross. Another backhand. Another rebote, left side. Right back inside. Urbieta gonna elect to play the rebote on the back end. He keeps it going. Nicholas, the sidearm forehand. And scooped up by Urbieta back at the 12. Lifts the backhand that Julian takes up on the right side. Forehand return. Drop between the Devils again. There's the rebote. Nicholas on the bounce at the 9 line. Low runner. Urbieta steps up. Backhand. Out to the middle of the court. Turned high and clearing. Urbieta right up the middle. Here's Julian, right side. Julian, forehand, well placed. What a spectacular scoop up high by Urbieta. Strong backhand again. This one's coming out. Higher up at the 5 line. Turns it low and hard. Julian on the bounce. He's got it on his forehand now. Sidearm play. Inside placement. Urbieta. Urbieta from deep in the backcourt beyond the 13 line. Right on the inside. Julian pulls another one right off the side wall.
Definitely one of the longest points played in
outside
Battle
placement. Caught Nicholas going the other way. He gets back in there. The carom by Nicholas will score.
Wow.
First point of our second set goes to the Warriors.
That point went on and on and on and ended with a kill shot from the forehand of Nicholas. Well done.
Here's the backhand to the inside. Rebote coming out. Rebote turned high and clearing. Ooh, not a lot on that one. Urbieta got back in.
Nice
Quick
save.
turn. Keeps the point going. Nicholas, forehand. Oh, that's cut off by Jairo. His backhand, high hard return. Nicholas going to backpedal into position. He just does get out there. Drops it back to the inside with a big bounce. Going to be a tough rebote. Urbieta lays it up. Nicholas. The forehand, Urbieta going to run around it to keep it on the left side. His low runner, no play for Julian. Going to be a tough save. There's Nicholas. Tougher save for Urbieta. That comes up short. 2 points for the Warriors to begin our second set.
Let's see if the Wall Warriors are able to build on this momentum that they've established through the first 2 points of the second set. Urbieta looking a little tired back here.
Yeah, there's some lengthy points being played. These back quarters and front quarters working awfully hard. Fatigue might play a factor in this one.
No question about it.
And I think the second match for all these players is as well, except for Nicholas. Julian just out of the way. There's Rebote left side on the wall and tipped. 3 straight for the Warriors, Nicholas and Julian.
And we didn't think of Nicholas as a front quarter when he first joined us last year. He had to go in and substitute for Inaki after the ball broke Inaki's wrist. Actually broke a bone in his forearm. Nicholas stepped up beautifully and done a great job, so much so they decided to make him a front quarter when they had an opportunity to put him up there.
Urbieta, softer touch on the forehand. Julian has to play the rebote from deep in the backcourt, puts it inside. Urbieta. Hard return, right up the middle. Forehand to Julian now. Julian up the middle, stopped by Urbieta. Not a lot on that rebote. Nicholas puts it just above the pad. Here's Jairo. Drop shot and dropped it into the pad.
Jairo knew it too. Yelled out and hopped. Knew that he dropped it short. Again, as we saw earlier in the evening, when you throw those drop shots, you want to make sure that they just kiss the front wall and die. Throw it too high, your opponent gobbles it up. But you don't want to give the point away by throwing it into the pad.
backhand there by Urbieta. Julian going up in the corner, not going to let it pass. Back up the middle. Here's Jairo on the forehand now at the 7 line.
Cortada.
Going hard. 2 bounces ruled.
Miscommunication.
First point for the Devils here in our second set.
Miscommunication between Nicholas and Julian. Here we have Urbieta in the backcourt. You see him putting his hand into the cesta. You see that long tie hanging down. So that wicker basket has a little piece of cloth right there on the end. The hand sits on top of that. The leather glove is then sewn to the cesta. That long tie is the only thing that keeps that hand in there. So every time they throw the ball, either on the left or right-hand side, it loosens just ever so slightly. Want to make sure you have that on nice and tight. One, make sure that the ball doesn't, that the cesta doesn't come flying off your hand when you throw it. But 2, to give you better ball control.
There's a backhand. Forehand Urbieta, stopped overhead. Here's Urbieta. Here's the backhand, inside again. Caught overhead by Jairo. Jairo shoots it high and hard. Julian out of the way. Not a lot on it. Dug out by Nicholas on the bounce. Urbieta up the wall. He's down with the ball. Forehand Urbieta again. Oh, whoa, that's a nice throw by Nicholas. Jairo just lays it up. Here's Nicholas back on the inside at the 8 line. Low runner, stopped overhead. Here's Urbieta.
Nicholas looking very much locked in the front court.
Forehand kicks off the sidewall. Urbieta takes it in the air once more. The backhand by Julian deep in the backcourt. Urbieta going to run around that one. He keeps it on the left side. Hard backhand, arcing past Julian. Bote comes up the middle. Jairo on the bounce. Shoots it just above the pad. Julian steps up. He got it.
Catch.
Urbieta now at the 12 line. Hard launch on the backhand. Julian keeps it on the forehand. Sidearm throw. Urbieta ducks. Jairo's got the Urbieta. There's another one. Urbieta with a tip ball. It's going to be a 5th point here for the Warriors. Nicholas and Julian, they have a possible set point.
They win this, we'll be moving on to a 3rd set. Reminder, the scoring here in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The player or team, whether it's singles or doubles, first to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Urbieta there on the backhand. Kicking up and out. Urbieta forehand. That just does clear. Launch by Nicholas. Jairo. Return does the same. Beautifully thrown. That's on the
at
wall.
The sidewall. That's tough.
Saved
Nice
by Nicholas again. Urbieta powers the backhand. Nicholas stays up in the front court with the 6 line. Turned back to the left side of Urbieta. Here's Julian from the 12. His backhand right up the middle. Urbieta out of the way. Jairo has the Urbieta. Turns it back with the feet of Julian. It's out of the way. Nicholas now, then the Urbieta. Jairo, 2-wall. Stopped on the outside. Nicholas, powerful return. Is scooped up by Urbieta. Good read. There's the backhand. Right back up the middle. Nicholas turned it outside. Jairo on the bounce. His 2-wall is out. Point and set 2. The Warriors, Nicholas and Julian, win it 6-1. We have a 3rd and decisive set to decide this match.
So we've had a number of 2-set matches throughout the evening. The last match of the evening is going to go the 3 sets. Jairo and Urbieta taking the first one 6-2. Nicholas and Julian with an impressive 6-1 there in the second set as we cut to the ESPN 3 Players Cage. There we see CRB on the left-hand side of the screen. Urbieta wiping his face off. Of course, he's working hard out there. There we have Jairo, who's been spot on with that forehand. As you can see there, Jairo knows he's got a good tie on his cesta. He's not taking that cesta off. There's some players who get, and Jairo, a veteran of Jai-Alai with, I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 15, 16 years of professional Jai-Alai experience. 2 of those here at Magic City. Got a good tie on. He's not gonna take any chances with it.
And they're going to flip over here to some of these Warriors. Nicholas and Julian, how about that comeback? This second-ranked team, at least on paper, one that the Warriors expected to fare pretty well. They put their second and third-ranked players together. And outside of putting your 1 with your 3, it's almost as good as you could do on a second-ranked team here. This caliber of players out there on the court. Again, Nicholas, the second-ranked player for the Warriors. Julian, the 3. Jairo, the 2 for the Devils. Urbieta, their third-ranked player. So even in terms of the rankings, both second-ranked players up in front. And we got a third set to decide this one.
So Julian there in the foreground. Nicholas tightening up his shoes. Sneakers, rather. Because just in about 10 seconds, we're going to start this third and final set of the evening. Winner takes the set and the match.
We are ready to begin our third and decisive set in our final match of the evening of Jairo and Urbieta serving to Nicholas and Julian. There's the serve. Our third set is underway with a missed ball off the serve. And a quick first point to Jairo and Urbieta.
There's a few players on this roster that have that serve. You got Jairo, you got Zulaika, you got Gosheri, Carballo when he's on, no question about that. Among the players who really have that tremendous power serve.
What a catch there by Julian. Backhand, low runner. Jairo's there to cut it off. Forehand, shot low and hard. Nicholas lines up the rebote, puts it inside. Jairo up at the 7 line. Backhand. Back to Julian. Urbieta leaping catch from the backcourt. High hard backhand. That one's coming out. Nicholas, rebote left side. Goes for the splitter. Ooh, that's caught by Jairo. Slow runner. Ooh, Nicholas back on the inside. He stops it. The backhand comes shooting out. Rebote forehand. Turn high and hard. Right back to Julian. Magic City bounce. That kicked off the side wall. It's tipped by Jairo. Tied up. 1-1.
Yeah, those little, again, you can see the seams there on the side wall in between the numbers going all the way up. The ball catches one of those seams. It changes the trajectory of the ball just ever so slightly, as well as the spin. You can't be sure of where it's going or how fast it's coming.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Nicholas. Urbieta just launches that backhand as far as he can. Nicholas up at the 3 line, gets out there. Powerfully back inside. Urbieta with a good catch for the backhand. This one's coming out. Nicholas stays up there. Ranabote. Urbieta now calls him off. Opens up as a 2-wall. Nicholas has it in the middle of the court. Sidearm forehand. Urbieta. Good pick up high on the left side. There's the backhand. Urbieta now. High off the front wall. Stayed inside. Nicholas still cut it off. Backhand just above the pad. Jairo now at the 7. He's low runner. He's to Julian. One opens up. Julian in the middle of the court on the forehand. Halfway thrown back inside. Jairo lines it up. Lotte. A 2-all. High scoop by Nicholas. That's a great play. Back inside.
Catch by Jairo.
Not going to let that ball cross. Beautiful play. There's the backhand. Robote. The middle. Urbieta with a good read. Not going to let that ball come out. Shoots it quickly back inside. Julian goes up now. Julian on the forehand. Return. Up over Urbieta. Now makes a save. Nicholas on the costado. 2-wall. That will score. Jairo got assessed on it. Could not make the catch. Nicholas and Julian with their second point in the lead.
Looks like Jairo's attached to the screen. Looks like Julian's going to try to help him out there. Okay. Backed off. That's baby Julian. Not Julian in his backcourt.
Fan favorite here.
Announcer's favorite. As he should be. That's
He's going to be getting some reps right after this match.
the son of Urbieta.
Match 7. Has an overserve. The second serve coming up for Nicholas. Survey's good. There's the backhand. The inside. Julian pulls it in. Julian's backhand. Sticks on the wall for Urbieta. Goes for Bote left side, right at the feet of Urbieta. Good pickup. That kicked up high. Looking for the peak of the big bouncer. That is tipped by Nicholas up high. Second
2-2.
point for the Devils, Jairo and Urbieta. A little bit of a miscommunication there. It looked like for the Warriors, no talk, and I think Nicholas thought that he might have had to make a play on that. But it's a few times that they've talked back and forth to each other, and again, really the first time they played together a full season as a team. So got to work this stuff out. Their first match together. Hard serve, good catch by Julian. Doesn't let that ball cross the side wall. Urbieta, his backhand, picked up overhead. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Caught by Urbieta up overhead at the 12 line. His backhand. Can get past Julian. Robote coming right up the middle. Jairo turns it. Julian there to pick it off. The backhand, low and hard. Urbieta steps up. Urbieta's backhand to Nicholas on the Robote. Back on the inside. Tough play by Jairo. Puts it just above the pad. Nicholas gets there on the bounce. Quick turn on the backhand. Right to Urbieta. Urbieta soft touch. Nicholas able to cut it off. Nicholas back to Urbieta now. Caught that one low at the 11. Here's Julian. His forehand. Sticks inside. Urbieta, good pickup. There's the backhand. Sidearm throw. That's a 3-wall play. Jairo on the left side lines it up. There's a big bounce. Julian goes up. Julian shoots the outside placement. Jairo stops it. Jairo shoots it inside where it is tipped. Devils retake the lead 3-2 here in our third and decisive set.
Jairo saw Julian going to the outside with the ball. Put it outside. Again, Urbieta and Jairo looking a little tired, as is Nicholas, but moving to the ball well.
Another good catch by Julian off the serve. Lifts the backhand to Urbieta at the 13. Julian out the 12 line. His backhand high and hard, kicking up and out. Here's Urbote. Forehand by Jairo. It's a good play. Julian lets it pass. Nicholas has the Urbote on the back end.
Beautiful catch.
Tough scoop by Urbieta. Lifts the backhand to the middle of the court. Julian runs under it. Sidearm throw, low and hard. Urbieta now. He's out, but Jairo calls him off on the Urbote. Julian right up the middle. Jairo cuts it off. There's the backhand. bounce. One comes shooting out. Nicholas calls him off. He lines up the rebote. Well placed to the
What a
inside.
catch.
Great catch.
Spot
Up
on,
high
beauty.
by Urbieta. Urbieta again crouching down. Jairo plays the rebote. Nicholas takes it off the sidewall. The running backhand is tipped. Ties it up 3-3.
Hard-fought match point by point. Again, not particularly spectacular. We don't see a lot of shots, not a lot of fall-down rebotes. Just see really good play by all four players. Conservative play. Good play nonetheless.
Urbieta has that serve. There's the backhand. Nicholas got to come back for it. He does get there. Beautiful rebote, forehand to pass. On the left side, there's the big bounce. Nicholas controls it. Shoots it at the 8 line. Back on the inside, Urbieta. Deep in the backcourt. Right back to the forehand of Nicholas. Here's Nicholas. High, hard return. To the inside, not a lot on that rebote. Jairo puts it right back to the left side of Nicholas.
What a
Ain't
catch.
that one
What
in
an
and
effort,
out
rather.
of Urbieta's basket. Tough catch. Just missed. Warriors now lead 4-3.
Once again, the closer that ball is to the side wall, the more difficult it is to get a play on it, to make a catch, to throw a shot.
That's perfectly placed right there. Here's a rebote forehand. Nicholas places it to the inside. Urbieta cuts it off. There's Nicholas up in the front court at the 8 line. Low running backhand. Jairo coming back for it. Just flicks it up, keeps the rally going. Nicholas shoots it inside. Here's Urbieta. Backhand. High and hard by Julian. Julian's forehand throw. To Jairo, he's got the rebote. Nicholas over the 7 line, just above the pad. Jairo, good catch. There's the backhand. Nicholas running with it the whole way. He drops it inside. Well placed. Better catch by Urbieta. Backhand, trying to get past Julian. He picks it off on the forehand. Urbieta up at the 10 line. Need it to pass. He does. Julian out of the way. Nicholas all alone. Flicks it up from the forehand. Here's Jairo up at the 7 line. Outside placement is in.
What a shot.
4-4 is the score.
Tremendous shot there by Jairo, keeping it outside. Knew that he had to do something. Turn the tide. Let's see who finishes. Right now, the first to 6 will win the match.
Hard serve by Jairo. What a catch by Julian. There's the backhand. Stopped overhead. Jairo. Hard return. Again, stays inside. Nicholas has got the rebote. Powerfully thrown. Cut off in the air by Urbieta. Here's Julian on the forehand. Back to the inside. 3-wall play. Jairo's got it. Puts it just above the pad. Low runner. Urbieta steps up. His backhand. Hard return. Stopped by Julian now at the 12. Julian comes back over the top. One dropping low. Jairo does get there. Nicholas launches another one. Wall to wall. That's coming out. Jairo up at the 5 line. He gets up there, turns it. It's going to be a tough play. Dropping for Nicholas now. He does dig it out. Julian on the forehand now. Reaching back behind him. Puts it right up the middle. Urbieta, no play. Jairo's got the forehand rebote. Spinning save. Nicholas on the bounce. Picks it up on the forehand. Shoots it low and hard. Urbieta, another good pickup. Forehand rebote. Nicholas again. Puts it to the left side of Urbieta. Good read. He steps up. There's the big backhand that follows. Forehand rebote. Laid up, but past Jairo. Urbieta going to run under it. Another big backhand. There's Julian now. Rebote left side for Jairo with a big bounce.
Nice
Julian
catch.
controls it up high at the 10 line. Sidearm throw. Urbieta backs
Beautiful
up,
catch.
takes it on the bounce. Shoots it back to the inside. Here's Nicholas at the 8 line. Powerful backhand. Urbieta thought about it, pulls out the cesta. There's Jairo, keeps the rally going with the rebote. This one inches above the pad and scooped up by Urbieta, backed up to the glass. Rebote left side by Nicholas. Big bouncer now. Urbieta, he's got it again. Forehand rather, drop between the players, and that will score for the Devils.
Wow.
5 points for Jairo and Urbieta of the Devils. They have a possible match point leading 5-4.
It's still so close. You hate to see the ball take a wonky bounce or an unexpected bounce, but if you should expect anything, it's for the unexpected here at Magic City.
Hard serve, what a catch by Julian. The backhand is into the pad. Point, set, and a hard-fought match goes the way of the Devils in 3 sets, winning the final set 6-4. Folks, make sure to stay tuned. That post-game show, that'll be coming your way in just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai. What is Battle Court Jai-Alai?
Bleckman here with CRB, the captain of the Tejada Devils. Got to feel good to pick up that first win. What does it mean to get on the board?
Man, it really showed what our team is really capable of. I think we started off really hot with Arta with that big win in the beginning, and we just kind of fed off that.
Yeah, and I got to ask you guys, last season you started off strong, faltered a little bit down the stretch. What's going to be the key to keep those points coming up on the scoreboard?
Consistency. I mean, honestly, we are really shown how we can really dominate these games. I think a lot of it has to do with just finishing off.
Yeah, absolutely. Great first day for you guys. We'll send it over to Stu. Get some of those replays started.
Let us take a look at some replays from a fantastic evening of Battle Court here. Live in the Magic City. Beautiful save by Correa there. Diving effort. Just caught the pad, and that pad is bad. Here's Correa again. One of two forehand caroms. They executed beautifully in that first match. That's the Costado throw. Throw on the left side of the body. Angled the ball in beautifully. Arta playing much better in the second half of 2023. Was consistently on the catches. Court positioning was excellent. Just doing a good job overall of moving the ball around, moving to the ball when he needed to. That finished off our first game of the evening, a singles game in favor of Arta, giving the Tejada Devils their first team point. That moved us into doubles territory with Douglas and Iriondo going up against Inaki and Bragley.
And a really good play here by Douglas up in the front court. Really the theme of today. Puts it to the outside, throwing a couple more shots. That one missed by Inaki. How about Iriondo, too? I mean, he's just so solid in the back.
I don't recall if he missed a ball on the left side today. I don't believe he did.
I don't know if he did.
No, Iriondo has come along beautifully in 2023. This is actually his rookie year with the Magic City program with Battle Court. But no, this is the second season of Battle Court that he's ever played. Douglas, though, was spot on throughout, just consistently on the money with his catches and throws, his shots landing in beautifully, just doing a great job overall. That got us then to CRB and Urbieta with Joseph and Julian.
What a match this was.
I'm going to tell you something. It got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but once Julian started trusting Joseph just a little bit more with some of these balls, the direction turned in favor of the Wall Warriors. Beautiful scoop there by Julian. Powerful backhand. Joseph with the first of several good catches. Again, like we say about Joseph, he has some weaknesses in his game. However, when he catches it on the right side, look out. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you played. He can blast it from the forehand, and he did it just there. Here we have one of the best plays for that entire match. Joseph reflexively moves to the backcourt. Julian with a clean miss. You could see the look on Julian's face, like, I missed it. I can't believe you caught it.
Look at that.
Not only did he catch it, but he returned it beautifully to score. Look at that. Good enough to show 3 times. Tremendous play by Joseph. CRB watching the ball land in. Puts his hand to his forehead in frustration.
And you see here, how about this scoop by Julian? Blast it inside, and that one, wow, missed by Urbieta. What a comeback for the Warriors' 5th-ranked team, Joseph and Julian.
Brought us to some more doubles action. First time that we saw Jairo on the court. Jairo going up against Correa, who was warm, and Bragley. Truth of the matter is that though they didn't come out on top, Correa and Bragley played really, really well throughout this particular match. Jairo and Iriondo just spot on. Iriondo with his catches, doing a beautiful job of keeping that ball in play all night. Like we said earlier, we don't know if Iriondo dropped a ball on the left side tonight. Ball tipped there by Correa, just right off the tip of his cesta. Closer the ball is to the sidewall, the more difficult it is to play. Tremendous sportsmanship shown there by Jairo and Correa. That brought us back to singles action. Had Douglas and Inaki. So, Series A, the prime tournaments that we can offer. Folks sitting there in the splash zone. We're glad that little Julian
splash zone was active in this one.
Was in the second row there, clearly out of the way. We've measured. Our biggest guy goes into the screen. It only stretches out to the first seats. Remember that if you join us on a Friday night here at Magic City. 2-all by Douglas was the name of the game. He scored with many of them in that singles match. He played pretty much close to flawless highlight in the singles match and really strong showing in doubles. Inaki taking advantage every time Douglas had a misstep. He just wasn't able to put enough points up on the board to overcome the point deficit.
Yeah, you see that frustration there for Inaki. Look at Douglas, though. Great day for him. Beautiful backhand out of the corner. Again, just missed. Now coming back after a long layoff, the catching, it's going to be the thing that takes probably the most time to get back to where it was when Inaki was playing just tremendous Jai-Alai and wasn't missing anything. Look at this 2-all by Douglas. Faked him out, really opened up nicely.
Really well executed by Douglas. I mean, that was the name of the game for Douglas today, was just execution. Just spot on landing the ball in beautifully. Inaki just having a difficult time keeping up. Not really making any real mistakes. Just Douglas played close to flawless.
2-0 for Douglas here on this Friday evening, and then the finale. What a great match this was. And again,
went on and on and on, and from one set to the second set, which we know we're going to play, and then on to a third set, and just point for point.
Dead even in terms of the rankings, and
conservative as far as the play was concerned, in so much as there weren't a lot of shots in this game, but there were many tremendous catches, great court positioning. Jai-Alai, when it's played well, isn't often, spectacular looking. When you see
chaotic
those,
or
exactly
anything,
when you see the fault, when you're just doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be out there catching and throwing, you do see shots like this, which were always nice to see. But the truth of the matter is all four of these players, just tremendous defense throughout. Little miscommunication for the Wall Warriors. And that was a consistent problem throughout the evening.
Yeah, that one missed by Julian. Then looks like it caught a little bit of the caught him off the back wall.
That ball. When you miss that ball just crashes in the back wall. It's coming right back out. Julian there's
the first serve of the third set there to start it off.
Well, Jairo with that blasted serve on the forehand.
And then it kind of evened out right there, that Magic City bounce.
There's
some choice words for the side wall, folks.
But I believe that translates to my very good friend.
Look at this 2-wall, and then Jairo just crossed up there, trying to take it on the left side. Could have been a right side catch. And this was back and forth. Urbieta really stepped up late in this one. And a rebote by Nicholas right on the wall. How about that catch going up in the corner?
Urbieta was solidly making those catches.
Look at
left
this
and
throw
right.
by Jairo,
Outside
though.
placement, just beautifully executed. Nicholas was standing out there, too, which makes it a particularly ballsy shot.
Picked the right time to throw that shot. Then how about that one? Backed up on the glass. He scoops it up. Urbieta ducking here, and then that's just an unfortunate bounce right there. That brought it to 5-4 in favor of the Devils. And you're going to see this final point right here. See the celebration there by Urbieta.
Well earned. Well earned.
Big win for the Devils here to close out the game day. And just a big day in general for the Tejada Devils. They're moving up our standings now. Andrew Bleckman here, joined by Stu Nyman. And if we can, let's pull up those full standings here. You see them up there at the top of the page. Rebote Renegades, 10.5 points through their first 2 game days. Tejada Devils, though, pretty good start for them. They sit at 9. You got the Chargers with 5 points, as do the Cyclones. And then the Warriors just 1.5. But keep in mind, the Cyclones and Warriors a full game day behind the rest of those teams. Stu,
yes.
How about a player of the day for today? There's a couple of good
yourself,
candidates.
Of course.
Well, you too. But
No. Besides yourself. No, please. So we're going with players and not announcers.
Player of the day, unfortunately.
Player of the day, without any question for me, is Joseph.
Damn.
Joseph surprised everyone. Obviously, he is a 6th-ranked player. We're not going to see him play singles at all. We are going to see him play doubles. You saw how aggressively Julian was playing because he was a little worried about letting balls come out to Joseph. But Joseph, apart from the fact he had like 2 missed balls, I think that was it. But apart from that, was spot on. But that backup he did of Julian, where Julian missed the scoop, and who was there? Joseph to make the catch and return it. Julian's face said it all. You saw that look of surprise on Joseph's face, and that, for me, is every reason why Joseph is the player of the day.
Yeah, I mean, that team really started to have some success when he started to get involved and played a little doubles, and they got their first win in as many tries, and the only points for the Wall Warriors team as well. When we return on Monday, Stu, we're going to have the Cyclones and Chargers in action. Here's the schedule. Manny against Iturbide will get us started. Then Bueno versus Rock, followed by Ikeda and Manny against Iturbide and Spinner. Then Bueno and Manu will take on Zuleika and Rock. Ikeda against Spinner in singles, always fun in that 4th ranked match. And then top-ranked doubles will close it out. Carballo and Manu will take on Zuleika and Benny. Stu and I will be back here on Monday. Hope that you join us for another edition of Season 4 of Battle Court. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care.
See you Monday, 5 p.m.
Jairo, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.